Peace, 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 peace. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Logan Keel, Debbie, Mrs. Lily Joe, Inja, Jay, Lyndon Olasco, Kari, Logan Keel again, Velasquez, Diva na Budget, Nata Dita, Dorcia S, The Nectarine Man, Teresa McGuire, and Maria. Oh my God, we got hundreds of people watching. Maria again, KDF, Lena Belmonte, Nancy, Lyndon Olasco, Leishan Muller, and Janelle, Andrea V, Grant Ramirez. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Sorry, I can't see very well. Troy G in the house. Hannah, how's it going? Cinnamon Roll. Oh my gosh, you guys. Welcome everybody to the Fashion Bunker. Tis our Wednesday on a Thursday live stream. Look, there is no more like live stream on a Wednesday, live stream on a Saturday. We stream whenever we have whatever energy we have. That's when we stream. Hi, Coretta Burrows. How's it going? How's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the chats. And Life of MC, how's it going? Hi, everybody. So we're here on this day. What day is it? Hi, Sophia. Good morning. Yeah, it is morning. What can I tell you? I'm already exhausted. I mean, it's been 12 hours. Like 10 hours. I've been working on the stream for 10 hours already. So I kind of wish I could change this structure somehow so that I don't have to do 10 hours before the camera starts rolling so that I can actually have some energy left. But no, we find the energy. We always find the energy somewhere. The universe is vast. The way I see it is the cosmos is huge. Okay? It's endless. So there must be some energy there somewhere. You know what I mean? You just got to mentally kind of find it, grasp towards it, try to grab it and rein it back in, and then be like, okay, I found a little bit of energy and we can still keep going. Hi, Brendan. How's it going? I'm so excited you're doing this now. I have someone to hang with at work now. Thanks, Dacob. Love you to pieces. Oh, Brendan. Yay! Love you too, sweetie. Well, I'm glad you're not alone at work. Well, we're never alone at work. The bosses are always watching, like Big Brother. So be careful. But oh, there you go. Sophia says, I feel you, Dacob. Same here. Thanks for all your prep. Oh man, thanks, Sophia. No, it's kind of, it sounds silly. And I know some people are going to say like, oh, just shut up and do your job. You know, I'm like, yeah, we all do our job. But you know, there are times when we have more energy and times when we have less energy. And, I mean, I gotta say, when it comes to like, I've had 2 coffees. I'm on my 3rd coffee. I'll be bouncing off the walls pretty soon. So anyway, we got some tea. Yeah, there you go. Sam, girl, what's the tea? What's the tea, honey? Okay, so, oh, thank you, Maggie. You like the cup? It's a little tiny baby mummy. It's a baby mummy. Hi, Gloretinos. I'm back. Hola, Dacob. Empanada. How's it going? Troy G says, thumbs up the live stream, everyone. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Troy, for reminding me. Thumb up the live stream, everybody. Oh, it's so funny. You know how, like, we always converse in different accents and because they're fascinating and they're beautiful. Different languages are beautiful. Hi, Andy. Andrea Myers in the house. Kelly Carrick. Grace Loves Fashion. How's it going, everybody? All right. So here's the thing. Somebody was like offended and I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. 2025. We're always offended about something. Be people. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Stop being offended. Let's go back to the 90s. Let's go back to Absolutely Fabulous. Let's go back to the days when not everything had to be politically correct. Humor is humor, okay? So when we, because we love all accents and all languages of the world, when we lovingly make fun of them, it's not because we make fun of an entire culture. It's just because we find them endearing, okay? So there's no offense if I try to speak with an Irish accent. Okay? Or if I do some other stupid accent that I so stupidly do, because that's what I do. I do the stupid dad jokes. That's who I am. My sense of humor is a little bit ratchet. And I also have, yeah, we'll go. And then people get offended. I'm like, oh my God, come on. Hi, Kate Moore, Sasha Sanchez, Linda Poppy, Trina. How's it going? Hi, Stanley. Yeah, so there you go. So look, you guys, I mean, if you hear me speak with an Irish accent, it's not because I want to make fun of Irish people. Actually, visiting Ireland has been one of the best times in my life because everybody was so welcoming and kind and super, super nice to me. Every single time I went to Ireland, I have no beef whatsoever with Ireland. So, let's just to be very clear about that. So, I just love the accent and I wish I could speak it like really, really nicely. But no, I fail. Oh, and the Australian accent also really hard to imitate. Very, very hard to do an Aussie accent. But I love doing it because it's fun. I never managed to do it correctly, but I keep trying. Oh, wait, let me scroll up. Life of MC, how's it going, sweetie? I just got back from another country and I noticed there were barely any people shopping in the luxury stores. Yeah, there you go. The luxury world is in trouble. And we're going to talk about that today in the show. There's a lot of topics that are connected to the luxury world. Thank you, Natadita. I love the flannel too. Very cozy. Yes, trying to be comfortable for a change. If you like what you see, tip your host here. Thank you, Bubbles. Christian Dulgero, Italy. Today, Valentino carrying unit put under a court administration over labor exploitation. Yes, darling. I know. I have on my glitter iPad, I have the article ready to go. You know. I have the article here ready to go. So, I don't even know if this is breaking news anymore, to be honest with you. Oh, Claudia, thank you so much. Wait, I got the thing today.
Claudia 6,472 tipped $15. Admire your attention to detail and your appreciation for quality.
Claudia, thank you so much. We were waiting for you in the after show last time, but I'm glad you managed to solve all your issues. 6472 IYKYK. We're using the what do we call this thing? Magneto field. Thank you, Claudia. How do we call this thing? I forgot. Magneto saucer, magneto sauce, magneto saucer, Magnadoodle. Yeah, the Magnadoodle. We're using the Magnadoodle board today. Thank you. Fugo. Thank you, Claudia. So, where was I? I don't know. Ah, yeah. So, right. So, Valentino breaking news. Let's play the breaking news thing. Why not? We'll go, you guys. Reuters reports Valentino unit put under court administration over labor exploitation. Okay. Should we film this just in case? Reuters reports Valentino unit put under court administration over labor exploitation. The article reads, darling. Yeah, and just when you thought, well, LVMH learned its lesson a year ago with the Dior situation. Everybody remembers the 56 or 57 euro bag sold for 2,600 from Dior, made in the sweatshops in Italy, right after Armani went through similar situations. And they've seemed to have learned their lesson because the Italian courts took their orders off of them, not even a year after the scandal broke loose. Now Valentino seems to have a similar sitch. Not a good image, considering that Alessandro Michele just joined the reigns of Valentino, and now we have all of these escándalos happening. But what does Reuters have to report? So basically, in summary, they're telling us, judges say they have found new labor abuse in Italian fashion. And I'm like, look, Sorry, guys. How long have we been reporting about this? The end of fashion. How long have we been reporting about the abuse of power within the fashion world? Decades. How long have we been reporting about the Italian sweatshops? Ugh, since forever. And we know. We know this is not news for us. You remember when Fendi, oh my God, you remember when Fendi, it was also about a year ago, they filmed this little promotional video of their newly opened factory, and they hired some influencers to go and film their little propaganda videos. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. And then subscribe and thumb up the video. And then, we had people coming in. They they had people coming into the factory, influencers. Brian Boy was one of them. Sell your soul to the devil, honey. And walking around saying, oh, this factory is so amazing. Everybody is so amazing. And all of the workers sitting at their little tables with a lot of room around them. They all have their little lab coats on. And then the person who's like walking with Brian Boy is like also telling the story like, hey, everybody here is specialized just in one or maximum two. I'm paraphrasing here. Steps of manufacturing these bags. And Brian Boy's, oh my God, that's so amazing. That's so amazing. I'm like, why are you such a fake ass? Why are you so fake? First of all, if a company specializes workers in only one job within the manufacturing process of an entire bag, and they are only taught to specialize in screwing one screw into one particular part of the bag and not taught or not trained to manufacture the entire bag, you know what this means? This means that that company is specializing people in only one single task so that those people can never become independent, so that those people can never learn a full trade, so that those people working in these factories can never actually one day dream of maybe quitting the stupid job and opening up their own company, opening up their own little manufacturing studio, atelier, or factory, because they won't know anything else but that one task of screwing that one bolt over and over and over again. And yet they sell it to you in these propaganda videos as if it were something amazing and incredible. Go watch those videos. They're still online. Go watch that propaganda video from Fendi. Disgusting, in my humble opinion only, And then they gift him a bag at the end, like, look, and we made this bag for you. And he's like, oh my God, this is so amazing. You think he ever wore that bag again? Check out his social media. You'll see. It's always a new bag. Every photo is a new bag, isn't it? Unless, of course, it's not a Birkin or a Kelly. Those we can wear over and over and over again. I see you. I'm so sick and tired of influencers. I'm so sick and tired of celebrities being endorsed and being brand ambassadors of these shitty brands. I'm just so sick and tired of it. And now this court in Milan, court finds company culpably failed to oversee its suppliers. Suppliers exploited workers, flaunted safety rules, judges say. I'm like, this has been going on for decades in Italy. Why are we acting every time we hear the stupid news? Oh my God, shocking. No, we're not shocked. This has been going on over and over and over again. Why aren't the courts doing something to finally stop with this bullshit? Why aren't these brands being punished properly so that they don't do this shit again, over and over and over again? Why are they not punished? I read somewhere that, actually there is no real punishment set in place for these brands. Like, if they are caught doing something like this, you get a slap on the wrist, there's some minimum amount of money you pay, and move on. Let's do the same mistake over again. There is no hardcore culpability with a price tag that goes with that culpability to pay. It's a corrupt system. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The legal system in Italy doesn't work. Okay? These companies that get caught, well, let's just hope it's not a big scandal in the news. And even if it is, People will forget. It's going to be a scandal for a couple of weeks or months, and then something else is going to happen in the world. Another pope will kick the bucket. We're going to talk about something else. Everybody's going to forget about Valentino using forced labor and terrible labor conditions. Nobody's going to care. And the system keeps going on and on and on. But then, of course, the company's going to be surprised. Oh, why aren't we making sales? You know what? Let's fire couple thousand people because of course that's the only solution you're going to have, right, to the fact that you're making less money. So it's all about appeasing the shareholders. So what do we do first? We don't try to better our quality. Why are people not buying your shit anymore? Maybe the quality isn't as good. Maybe the prices are too high for what you're selling them. But okay, so the first thing we're going to do is let's fire a ton of people to maximize our profits. I see. So that's the first thing you're going to try to do? No. Before that, you actually try to employ all of this weird labor, sweatshops, not paying people properly, illegal workers. Yeah, okay, we're going to try that. You get caught, little slap on the wrist. What's the next step? Fire your workers, right? That's how we maximize profits. Yeah. Exhibit A, Burberry. We're going to talk about Burberry in another video, though. Yeah, we're talking about major firings at Burberry, but that's a whole other topic. I mean, yeah, and please. And yes, exactly. Brown Bunny, by the way, I'm live streaming this. So I live stream several times a week, and come join me in my show, in my live streams, and partake in the live chats. And somebody says the Italian Prime Minister, literally from a beep something party. Yeah, no, just no words. Really, no words. Italy, you come from a heritage of Renaissance. You come from a heritage of beauty, passion, art. And now what? Now what? You can only live of your past glories and shine within the past glories for so long. But the Renaissance has passed a long time ago. You can't just always kind of lean on your past glories and think everything is good. Everything is fine and dandy. You've fallen apart, Italy. You've fallen apart. And trust you me, the solution to becoming better is not getting certain people into office and using hate as a mechanism to better yourself. It never worked in the past, and it's never going to work in the future either. But good luck to you. As long as the pizza and the pasta taste good, I guess you're going to have those cringe elements, to utilize as, well, we still got our pizza and pasta. Yeah, great. And in the meanwhile, do some research. See who's buying up all the historical palaces and houses and villas in Venice. It's not Italians. I can tell you that much. Nobody has money. Look it up. And how are these people buying up all of these villas and houses and destroying everything? Because the government allows them to. Looking at you, Venice. I know what's going on. I know how you're selling out all of your houses, palaces, historical monuments to the highest bidder. I know. So please, we can talk more in depth about this, but we're not gonna, because let's keep it classy here. And then for those of you who might say, oh my God, somebody from another country talking shit about Italy. Possiamo parlare in italiano, possiamo fare tutto il discorso in italiano, dalla A alla Z. Quindi lascia perdere. E lasciamo perdere, perché se mi vuoi attaccare, perché dici no, perché guarda, ma manco parli l'italiano, ma cosa vuoi parlare dell'Italia? No, posso parlare dell'Italia, credimi. Posso. And I'm just sick and tired. Of constantly reading these news about, oh, we're so surprised in Italy. Look, Valentino got caught red-handed with sweatshops. I'm like, why are you acting surprised? You know about this. You have known about this for decades. Don't act stupid in front of us, the consumers, the population, because we have known about this. But you, the government, you do nothing to stop this. You do nothing to get at the core of all of this. Why? Because you're all corrupt and none of you wants to move a finger because there's always somebody fueling you and feeding you underneath the table somewhere. You know, close an eye because like, don't worry about it. A hand washes hands. Please, spare me the bullshit. Really, I'm so sick and tired of this, people. It's been decades. Nothing is changing. Nothing is moving. The fashion world is just trash at this point. It's trash where everybody's trying to grab as much money as possible and that's it. Call a spade, okay? And the courts, oh, well, we found something about Valentino. Please, give me a break, okay? Not even a year will pass from this day. Valentino will be just fine. And they'll be doing the same shit they're doing now. Don't you worry about them for a minute. And we are not shocked. We are not surprised whatsoever. Actually, the saddest part of all of this is that we are numb at this point to all of this. We are numb. We're just like, yeah, another injustice. Yeah, sure. Yeah, more workers being exploited. Yeah, sounds about right. That's the playbook. That's yeah, everything according to the playbook. We didn't skip a beat. Everything is just dandy, as it's supposed to be. Great. Purple Butterfly says there's no care for workers' rights, for heritage, for quality, or for the environment. None of it. It's just about money. Money, as dirty as it is. And money is dirty. If you touch a paper bill of money, wash your hands after it, because chances are you're going to get so many bacteria and viruses on your hands, because money's dirty. Always has been. Always will be. So, subscribe. Let's get to 100K. Love you loads. Never give up on love. So sick and tired of this, you guys. You know, it's like, ugh, Valentino, give me a freaking break. Okay, whatever, you know. Just, you know what I mean? It's like, it's enough already. Enough. Please. And literally, I've cleaned off. I cannot say that, Nectarine Man, but I was thinking about it when the notes are rolled up and all of the particles of, anyway. Anyway, so we got good news. Good news is we have memberships that have been gifted right before I started the topic. So we're going to get to the gifted memberships right now. And, well, I have to find it. Sorry, guys. Life of MC has gifted 5 Super Dacob memberships. Andrea V was gifted a membership by Life of MC. Lana Brashears was gifted a membership by Life of MC. Pachoo. Susan was gifted a membership by Life of MC. Choo. Paige Collins was gifted a membership by Life of MC. Pow. And Irene was gifted a membership by Life of MC. Pachoo. Thank you so much, Life of MC, for gifting the 5 Super Dacob memberships, and welcome to all the new Tier 1 members. Start using your exclusive emojis now. And you can also watch from the archived exclusive live streams all of the Tier 1 available live stream reruns from the past, which is a huge library of exclusive videos. Don't miss out on those. Lena Belmonte says, how these memberships work. So basically, when you win a membership, well, you have to opt in to win a membership. You have to opt in to receiving gifts on my channel, which is usually somewhere, depending on which tablet you're watching it, left corner, right corner, the 3 dots, you click on them and you have to be logged into your channel, which you are. Otherwise, you won't be able to be chatting with me because you have to subscribe to chat with me. But then if you accept gifts, then when somebody decides to gift memberships, the memberships get randomly gifted to the people who opt into receiving gifts on my channel. If, on the other hand, you wish to gift a membership on my channel, there is a option. How do you do that? I don't know. Because right now my layout, you guys, so just to explain to you why is it difficult for me sometimes to see a lot of details, is because when I stream, I'm not streaming from an interface on YouTube. My interface is my streaming software. So I can't like guide you through the process of where to click if you want to gift a membership, because my screen right now is not the YouTube screen. It's my software screen for my streaming software. So for me, I don't see where to click, but I think it's at the bottom of the chats. There's like a button that has like a bill with a dollar sign on it. If you click on that, I think you can gift a membership that way. But it all depends which tablet, TV, laptop, computer you're on. Your interface might look differently than mine, right? So there you go. And the more you interact with the chats, the more you chat, the more you do stuff in the chat, and the higher your chances are, I think, of winning a membership. I'm not so sure. But I think because they are randomly then given, you know. Anyway. Oh, Christy, thank you so much.
Christy tipped $15. Wish I could catch your lives more often.
Christy. Thank you so much, Christy. Magic. The Magneto. What's it called? Magneto. I forgot. Magnadoodle. The Magnadoodle. And then we have the next one, because I also saw Terry. Yeah, I know, Terry. I saw your tips. They're going to kick in. Who's next? Because I see Katie. Let's see who's going to pop up next. Oh, Donovan says, I can't find the 3 dots. Oh, no, Donovan. Connect the dots. Katie F. Thank you, Katie.
Kate_F tipped $25. Love you lots.
Whoop, 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 whoop. And Terry, there she goes. Terry.
Teresa McGuire tipped $25.
Terry, and then we're also, I saw Terry, you sent 2, right? I'm also going to do Kenny. There's Kenny. Whoop, whoop.
Teresa McGuire tipped $5. From Kenny.
Kenny, thank you so much. Let me add another heart here. We can do 4 hearts. There you go. So cute. It's like a playing card. 4 Kenny hearts, baby. 4 Kenny hearts. Oh, nice handwriting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, LJK. Hi, Patricia McDermott. Hey. Teresa E. Larissa. Hi, everybody. The Pendleton look today. Beautiful handwriting, Dacob. Well, thank you, Lena. Thank you. Connect the dots, not a data. Connect the dots, not a data. Hey, Jamie or Jaime. Hi, Dacob. Hug from Boston. Love your channel. Oh, thank you so much, Boston. Oh, wait for me in the car. Jaime, I'll catch you in the car. Yeah, let's drive. Let's drive in the car. Or I'll meet you at the bar. I love the Boston accent. Misunderstood says, Dacob, you look absolutely stunning. I love that blouse so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm the wood chipper. I am the wood chipper today. I'm the lumberjack. Hi, Trax. Oh my God, when was the voice changed? I missed the French accent. Basically, only 2% of the viewers could understand French bubbles. So today I changed the voice just so that more people can understand her or him. Them. Hi, Louie. Love the shirt. Very butch. Yes, butch queen realness. Oh, Latoya Andrews. I'm from Boston too. Well, Latoya, I'll meet you in the car as well. And we're going to go to the bear. You pronounced my name correctly. Oh my God. Jaime. Well, come on. Yes, baby. Of course. Of course. Oh, okay. I thought I was crazy. What do you mean, Trax? No, 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 no. You're not crazy. Bubbles changed. Bubble is going through a transformation. Sophia could understand French. Sophia, you're in the 2%. You're the 2%er. You're one of the 2%ers. Bubble 2.0, baby. Yeah, Bubbles has gone through a lot of transformations. I mean, we had Bubbles speak in Australian, French, English, Irish, man, woman. Yeah, Debbie. It's more like 7.0 at this point. Yeah, and Rose from the dead. Oh my God, from the head. Rose from the dead says she was helping me relearn French. Well, I mean, Bubbles was just reading with a French accent. It's not like Bubbles was like actually talking in French. But yeah, Bubbles is international. I mean, she's a little bit dead. You guys, look, this is Bubbles.
Hello.
There you go. Okay. Okay, there she goes. That's Bubbles, by the way. Now you know. She's very skinny. She went a little bit overboard with Ozempic. What can I say? Oh, Tad formerly Smurfette.
Tat_formerly_Smurfette tipped $5. Finally caught alive. Love you, Dacob. Red heart emoji.
Tad formerly Smurfette. Yes. Whoop whoop. What a long name. Wait, why did you change Smurfette to Tat? Il Faro Alfonso Masciocchi, call the exorcist. Oh, because no, but she's not possessed. Bubbles is just a skeleton. She's not like possessed like the Annabelle doll. Oh my God, did you guys see that the Annabelle doll is being taken? Not the Annabelle doll from the movie. The Annabelle doll from which the movie was inspired by doesn't look anything like the Annabelle doll from the movie. She looks like Raggedy Ann. She's been transported to a place, to an exhibition, and there's a priest in the car with Annabelle. She's in Louisiana right now, okay? Next, after Louisiana, she's going to Texas on an exhibition. Louis, go visit Annabelle. I don't think Louis is going to go visit her. He's going to be too scared. But she is like in a glass box. She's in the car. There's a priest with her in the car. And the priest is like reading the Bible, protecting the car from Annabelle. Oh my God. And then they take Annabelle to this place where like she's in this glass box, you know, and the red lights all around and people come in and she's like, just smiling at them. I'm like, oh my God. No, no, no. We're not. We have to protect Louis. Yeah, we have to protect Louis. Louis like, hell nah. I'm not going to see Annabelle. So anyway, she's on tour. I mean, look, if there ever was, I mean, look, this is 2025. 2025. I don't think there could have ever been a better time for Annabelle to go on tour than now. It's Annabelle is on tour. And to collect money for the museum that she lives in. So Annabelle might be possessed by the demon, but she's doing something nice. She's on tour collecting money for the museum that she lives in. I think that's really cute. Good for Annabelle. Good for Annabelle. And we're not talking about Annabelle Bronstein from Sex and the City. That's a different one. That's a different Annabelle. She's doing the Renaissance tour, just says Louis. Debbie's asking, is she touring DC? You never know. All depends who goes to visit her, though. Linda says, stay away. I saw Robert the doll in Key West, and a lot of weird shit started happening. With Robert the doll, I've heard that they say, like, you have to ask his permission. You have to be very polite to him. You can't just, like, enter, take pictures. I would never. If I were if I were to be in the presence of Robert the doll, I would say, I'm so sorry for occupying your space. Please forgive me. I will not take any pictures. Very respectfully, I wish you all the best. And I would bow. I would bow out. I would be like, Debbie says I don't know him. Look at Debbie pulling a Mariah Carey on demonic dolls.
Absolutely not.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
Robert the doll is
Why
on
would you even ask me that question?
Robert the doll is on a whole other level. Debbie, of all people, I thought you knew. I thought you knew. James, no, we're not talking about Annabelle or Katy Perry. Wait, oh, are you making fun? Oh, because I see what you did there. Okay. Balenciaga. The spooky Ozempic dolls, yes. Well, look, I have a Chucky doll, in my bedroom. And I gotta say, Chucky has always been very, very protective of me. Full-blown Chucky, like the real one-to-one, right? And he's very chill, keeps me safe, Natadita says, hey, at least Annabelle is earning some money. Period. Yeah, Debbie, that's true. Chucky did go to D.C. There you go. Louis says, Louis just did some Google search and says, Annabelle is coming to San Antonio, Texas. Too close to me. I'm moving. Linda says, I actually wrote a letter of apology after my husband ended up in the hospital 2 days after our visit. I'm telling you, be very respectful. You do not, with Robert, don't do anything to upset him. Respect to the law, respect to the doll, respect for the doll, respect for the doll, respect for the doll, as Elijah Robinson would say. Well, she would say respect for the law, respect for the law, respect for the law. But we say respect for the doll, respect for the doll, respect for the doll.
I don't live here, I'm chilling.
Period. Speaking of Chucky, what did you think of Jennifer Tilly's Louis Vuitton boat bag? No, I cannot stand Real Housewives of anything. She doesn't need the money. She's rich. She has that Simpson money coming in. I think it's embarrassing that she's doing that show. I'm not going to watch her in that show. I'll watch her in other stuff, but I don't care about that. So sorry. So I don't know. Respect to the law. Exactly. Emotion Engine. Alphabet Song says, my sister gifted me a voodoo doll of myself. I bought it a nice box and a tiny chair to hang out in. I don't F with the dark arts, says Alphabet Song. Well, I mean, it's kind of bizarre that somebody would give you a voodoo doll of yourself. That is some other level. Be careful. Gloria says, oh, not Robert. My friend even brought back a replica doll. Yeah, Gloria. No. No. Que no te la pones en tu casa, en tu hogar. Nunca. Jamás. Musaumo Crane. I am new to the channel, Dacob. You are my new source of inspiration. Very entertaining. Oh, thank you so much, Musa. Musa Crane. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live chats and to the live stream. Linda Poppy says, don't even Google or watch any videos about Rabbit. I'm a believer. And yes, respect to the doll, respect for the doll, respect for the doll. Period, right? Thank you. Alphabet Song. Yeah, you said you'd rather have your own voodoo doll than somebody else. You know, when you said that, you made me think about it also. Back in the olden days, people who had the guns, well, hi, Texas, they would always like etch into a bullet their own name. And they would keep that bullet with themselves because, you know, the people say there's always somewhere out there, there's a bullet with your name on it. So if you carry your own bullet with your own name etched into it, then you're not going to get shot. Like that's the belief, right? And a lot of people would carry their own bullet. So that's kind of something that you're doing by having your own voodoo doll of yourself with yourself. And that way, like you keep it clean, keep it clean. Period. Yeah. No, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Brown Bunny. Oh, Chucky movies. And the Chucky TV show, Chef's Kiss. Chef's Kiss. Jaime says, if you make a voodoo doll of me to give me, please make it with a Labubu. Oh, so cute. Yeah, good little Labubu, voodoo boo boo doll. The voodoo boo boo, voodoo boo boo. Boo 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 doo. Like voodoo, boo boo voodoo, boo boo doo. La boo boo doo, boo boo doo, la boo boo doo doll. There you go. James, I don't know where Robert is at the moment. Hopefully somewhere where he is happy. Donovan says, I'm really curious how you feel about Versace and Dylan Mulvaney. Do you think this could be a bid light 2.0? A Bud Light 2.0. Oh, I see. No, because fashion is always very embracing. It's not a beer after all. So, Just Saying says, hi Dacob, wanted to know your opinion on Jerusha's posts lately. That seems like asking for drama intentionally, like her deleted video, I buy Chanel bag and put to my Range Rover. Okay, my opinion on Jerusha's posts lately. I have not watched Jerusha lately. Uh-oh, that means she's falling off the trend wagon again. Well, maybe she has to step up the drama to make us want to watch again. I want to see Jerusha with a cocktail in her hand, tipsy or drunk, spilling the tea, because that's the best Jerusha. I love her when she's over the top. When she's all, keeping it together, I'm like, ugh, boring, come on, give us the drama. I'm not saying like levels of Trisha Paytas telling us while she's crying on the kitchen floor that she's a chicken McNugget. But in a luxury YouTube type of way, I wouldn't mind seeing more of that from us cuckoo luxury content creators. I think it would be really nice to see somebody lose their shit from time to time on camera. Very entertaining. I don't wish anybody anything bad, but somebody can be a little bit dramatic. Give us a little bit of drama. I mean, look at our lives. Our lives are shit. So might as well have a little bit of drama on camera. Give us a little something. I don't know, something, You don't have to push it to the extreme of, you guys remember when David Hasselhoff Why am I connecting Jerusha Couture with David Hasselhoff? This is going in a very wrong direction. But when David Hasselhoff was on the floor in his Vegas, I think, hotel room, completely wasted, high or drunk, eating a hamburger, but like losing his shit on the floor. Do you remember? Maybe this is a little bit like too old of a pop culture moment to remember. There you go, Kelly Carrick. You remember Hamburger Hof. That's the scene. That's the scene. That's what, okay. You know what I mean? Because how could I forget, Sis Katie? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, we remember. Look at that. Tat remembers. Kate, Inja. Everybody remembers. Eating hamburgers. Piss drunk chat. That's right, Brown Bunny. That's the moment. Monarch remembers. You see, this is what I'm saying. Iconic when the Hoff did it. It was like stars. They're just like us. Akolu. It was such a moment. It was such a moment. And honestly, I want more of that. I want more. I want those moments, and and honestly, I'm a little bit. I'm very sick and tired of luxury content creators holding their shit together, acting like they're holier than thou. Oh, and I got so lucky, and my hubby, and we went to this place, and I got my manicure, got the pedicure. Look at me, all preppy, hair, makeup, everything flawless. And I got this bag. I'm gonna unbox it. Everything is clean. Look at me, I'm perfect. Stepford wife, okay? Okay? And I'm just like, whoa, this is most of these luxury content creators, it's like a ticking time bomb. But it never seems to explode. We only had the explosion happen with Purse on Fleek, who I adore. And you know, I love that moment. That moment for me goes down in history. Okay? I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. This goes down in luxury YouTube history for the best pop cultural moment for us when Purse on Fleek freaked out about Hermes not selling her the Birkin and blacklisting her. And she dressed all black. She put on her mourning pearls. She had a tissue and was crying on camera. Oh my God, that video is gold. Okay, I want more of that. I want more. I want that drama, you know? That was fabulous. Fabulous. Oh my God, fabulous. Just saying, says, wait, let me read that. Let me not read this out loud first. Okay, I read that just saying. Radvidi says, yes, they're not like us. We are always well dressed and well maintained. Oh, please. Look, I spend hours washing my hair and getting ready. When the live stream is over, I pig out on the couch, eat my pizza, and the hair gets oily. The hoe gets oily. The hair gets oily. Look, you know, it's fine. I just don't. I want to be somewhat presentable on the tubes. And oh my God, I just had another YouTuber attack me for my looks, by the way. Yeah. Uh-huh. So she called me a freak. She said, decide if you're a man or a woman, you freak. She has a YouTube channel, talks about luxury. Looks like a ladyboy herself. I'm like, a ladyboy calling me names like that? Anyway, the ladyboy went on and then, I mean, she commented 15 or 20 times within half an hour. Oh, honey, I don't know if she was high or whatever she was on, but she went there. And YouTube, at one point, like she was commenting so much hate against me that at a certain point, YouTube's language control got triggered and they sent her comments into held for review because she was copying and pasting the same hateful comment about me on every video that she could find of mine. And just saying, she's not a big luxury YouTuber. She is very tiny and completely ridiculous, total loser on every level. Yeah. Well, behavioral pattern, oh my God, dramatic. Looks? Ooh. She commented on my latest video, if you want to go and find her. And, oh, Kelly Carrick, thank you so much. There's nothing wrong with your looks. You're handsome and beautiful. Thank you. Look, people have issues. Oh, long hair. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm like, men have long hair. What's the big deal? It's a lot of maintenance and it's annoying to always have to deal with long hair. I can tell you that much. But yeah. We'll go. So there you go. Oh, Katie, that's very kind of him. Fashion Road? Who's Fashion Roadaway? Fashion Rodeo? Fashion Roadaway? Complimented my Chinese videos? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, Fashion Roadman. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of him. He's a sweetheart. Just saying says, your hair looks better than mine, Dave. Just saying, no, look, guys, I have a lot of hairspray on today because when I move around and I have air conditioning on, because it's like super hot, then the hair kind of like flows into my face all the time. So I kind of put some hairspray on just so that it doesn't keep floating around. Just letting you know, that's why it's a little bit more stiff now than usual. But so the day you cut your hair, Dacob, we will need crisis counseling in the bunk. Oh, please, Gloria. Some people are going to be super happy. I just posted the other day one of my like repost videos from the past on my perfume channel. What was it? And I had shorter hair. And then somebody said, "Oh, finally you look good again." And I'm like, okay, we're done here. I'm like, no, that's an actual repost of an older video where my hair was shorter. So anyway, hi Zeitgeist. Dacob, have you tried the Chanel blush stick? Is it any good? No. I have only used Chanel compact blush powder and the Chanel Le Beige liquid blush in light pink, which I adore. I always use the liquid blush whenever I leave the house. It's really, really good. Debbie says he will reinvent himself again, like Madonna. Period. Period. Yeah, we do a reinvention every now and then. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Yeah, Ollie, backhanded compliment. You best believe. Tat, people are miserable. They truly are. They truly, truly are. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. I met Fashion Roadman's frequent video collaborator randomly in real life. We talked Met Gala and YouTubers, LOL. Oh boy, Nectarine Man. Did you throw my name into the convo? No. Nectarine Man would have defended me, I'm sure. What?
And
Nectarine Man is like, Nectarine Man is like, maybe. Look, if people don't know me, they're gonna say shit. But that's okay. As long as you're there to defend me. Hi, Sarah. Sarah HIA. There are two types of people in the world, lovers and haters. I'm a lover. People been haters. Oh, man, Sarah, don't we know it? There's so many haters out there. But here's the thing. As the Nectarine Man always tells me, like, look, if you got haters, you're doing something right. I mean, it's kind of sad that we as human beings have to kind of think that way. Like, oh, well, if you got haters, you're doing something right. If you don't have any haters, you're not doing something right. I'm like, why can't we say, like, just if you're doing something right, don't get haters? I don't know. But then some other people also say haters are just lovers with a smile upside down or a frown upside down or something like that. Rod said, serving hair and face daily besides the impeccable taste. Well, thank you so much, darling. Kate Moore, just got Chanel Comet. It's divine, just like you described it. Oh, congratulations, Kate. Is that a birthday prezi? Well, happy belated birthday again. I know we already celebrated your birthday, but I'm so glad you got Comet. Comet is amazing. I love it. Yeah. Hi, Sarah. I like how you aren't afraid to try such different hairstyles. I'm a scaredy cat myself. In your Le Lion review video, love the shoulder length layers. A blow-dry brush makes longer hair easier. I mean, yeah, experiment. I mean, sometimes certain hairstyles like really mess up. And this is also sad, but like, you got to read the room. You're creating content on YouTube. Okay, so certain things work better than other things. Like certain looks work better than other things. Like having a hairstyle that is very much out there, unless your channel is not about hair, you're not going to get as many views as when you are a little bit more toned down within the parameters you can afford, like to be more conservative, you know what I mean? Like with long hair as a man nowadays in 2025, it's tricky. But in the 80s, my look would have been totally normal for a guy in the 80s. Actually, this would have been boring in the 80s. In the 80s, I would have needed more bleach. I would have needed a perm. Like I would have needed, you know, a lot of volume, shoulder pads. Then that would have been like cool. So it all depends on the times we're living in. You know, for 2025, yeah, if I had short hair, I would get more views. Probably. But then if I put my hair up in a bun and I do a little chignon and stuff like that, then I'm going to get even less views because then I look crazy to most people. So, you know, I'm aware of that. Like I am aware of that. But then like, how much are you going to jeopardize who you are every single time you live stream for the sake of like not scaring away too many people? I'm like, why are people, first of all, why are people so scared? Everybody's so delicate. Everybody's like, yee. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, why are we scared of everything? When did we become scared of everything? When did we become like so hurt, so butt hurt? When did we become that? When? Louis doing the eyebrows like the cholas? Okay, girl, you go, girl. Nectarine Man says, crazy how we're getting more conservative as time goes on. You'd think it would be the opposite. No, but like RuPaul says, it always comes and goes in ebbs and
Hannah
ebb
tip
and floods.
$15.
Oh, thank
Dacob,
you, Hannah.
congratulations on your case. We should always hope and believe that truth prevails. BTW, love it when you speak Italian.
Oh, thank you so much, Hannah. Let me add Hannah to the list here. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, things are becoming more and more conservative. What did I want to say? I forgot. Kate Moore, remember Kiss and super tight pants, long hair, and makeup? Yeah, for sure. For sure. But it is what it is. I mean, Il Fado says, a Dacob long hair as a cat. That would be cute. That cat will constantly be stepping on its own hair, though. But yeah. Which is what happens to me at night when I sleep. Sometimes because my hair is like underneath my shoulder and I turn around and then I pull my own hair and then I wake up. I'm like, who's pulling my hair? And it was me. I pulled my own hair. It's so sad. It's like when you pull your own finger and you fart. Gloria says, such a proper bubbles, right? Dacob with a bob. I've had a bob, Zeitgeist. I've had a bob a few times. Yeah. I've been through the bob phase. I've been through the bob phase. Yeah. Mohawk Dacob. I've been there too. Hi, Lois. How's it going, sweetie? Natadita says, why are people so quick to judge now? So full of prejudice. Has it always been like this? I think it has always been like this. It's just that people were less emboldened to speak on that. Now they hide behind a keyboard and type away whatever they want. They're not going to tell you the same stuff to your face in real life, but they feel very emboldened to tell you that when they type away on social media. Yeah. IOGG, I'm giving birth to my baby girl next week. Been listening to your live streams instead of classical music for the last 9 months. She's gonna be a fashion insider with the fashion bunkalingo. Oh, congratulations, Ayo. This is such fabulous news. So wait, next week or in 2 weeks? Next week? Keep us updated, mama. Oh, this is so cute. So let us know. Let us know. It's all gonna go fantastic. It's all gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be a great birth. And when it's all wrapped up and you got the little creature in your hands, let us know. Let us know how everything went. And yeah, India. I mean, well, depends. India says Jesus had long hair. Sure. The certain depictions of him show him with long hair. Other depictions of him show him with other hair. And also other skin color. So there you go. So Hannah says, put your hair in a protective hairdo for sleep. For example, pigtails or silk bonnet. Pigtails don't work for me because I just break my own hair that way. Not good. And I get headaches from them. Silk bonnet is something I'm working on. Yeah. Oh, Aya says, will do. Thank you so much. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous. Evelyn, that is so true. You got to be you and others will be themselves. And you know what? That's the best way to go. You just got to find the group of people that are your people. You know, people who actually are happy for you the way you are. And not finding, you know, those fake friends that always try to change you. They're always going to do these backhanded compliments. They're never going to really tell you, man, you are amazing the way you are. You know those friends that are not really your friends, but they claim to be your friends, and then they tell you, oh, why don't you do this instead? Oh, why don't you add that? Oh, why don't you change this? Why don't you know when they start pushing you in a direction where, like, you know, when they want to change you into something you're not, Those are not friends. Those are not friends. Not in my book. Those are not friends. Nope, 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 nope. No. You know, just no. Louis says, literally, you answer the same when my mom asks me to find a boyfriend who looks like Jesus. Well, there's a lot of different Jesus-y looks out there, you know. So there you go. Debbie knows those people that tell, you know, them try to change you. Yeah, Rod says, I sleep with a silk bonnet, but I only put it on when my husband goes to sleep. It is hidden under my pillow. Oh, you don't want him to see you with... You're pulling, what's her name? The Fabulous Mrs. Maisley? Was that the show? Is that how it's called? In the beginning of the show, she's always hiding her mask and everything when she goes to bed so her hubby doesn't see her. At a certain point, she gave up. Yeah, Evelyn, people try to dim those who shine. Well, if a person tries to dim your light, they're not your friend. Run away from those people. Period. Bald can be sexy too. Yeah, for sure. And hi, Amy Pickett. How's it going? Amy Mizell. The Fabulous Mrs. Maisel or something. Yeah, I watched the show. It was a fun show. I wish I had long hair so someone would pull it. Ah, Jaime, you want somebody to pull your hair? Ratchet. Kelly, I tried doing the braid at bedtime, but then my hair snaps because I turn around, I toss it, and I pull it, and then like in the braid, it breaks. I've had that happen to me once, so I'm like, Brown Bunny, sucia. I know, we are so dirty. I can't even, but, well, look, we're human beings. We're born dirty. Like, what are you going to do? It's an illusion that we're like clean. Clean what? Clean where? Like, give me a break. Anyway, so what are the topics? I've been blabbering on forever. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's do this one. The end of luxury again. I'm so sick and tired of this. Okay. The end of luxury. It never ends, and yet it is the end. How is that possible? Well, Reuters reports and Yahoo Finance reports luxury sector faces more gloom as Bain cuts sales forecast. Now, Bain is one of those big companies we read their statistics quite often when it comes to the commerce of fashion, the business of fashion. They usually do analytics and analyze how the trends are going, what are the forecasts for earnings, what are going to be the revenues, the turnovers, and all that good stuff, right? All the numbers. And it's interesting how Bain is now reporting that sales of luxury goods worldwide are likely to fall between 2% and 5% in 2025. Now, the consultancy agency company Bain & Co. forecast this just a couple of days ago as we're filming this video. But now, that might not be a surprise. You might think, well, they're just doing their job. They're just doing a forecast of this, forecast of that. Yes, I would tell you you are right, except it's very rare that Bain has to pedal back on their forecast like they're doing now. And in fact, Bain, just this past Wednesday, as we're filming, sharply downgraded its previous estimate, which was 0% to 4% growth, and signaling further gloom for the sector after 2024's 1% drop. So now they're saying it's going to drop likely between 2 and 5% instead of 0 to 4% growth. We're going downwards. So they had to adjust their forecast, which, like, For them, they're really good at what they're doing at their job. They very, very rarely do they correct course for the worst. Because usually what they do is they calculate like the worst case scenario, and then they might find like a middle range to say like at worst it's like 10%, but it's going to be between 6 and 10%, you know. But then like to go into the minus, it's like, and to go in the opposite direction and correct course so drastically, that rarely happens, which means we are really in a pickle. We are really in a pickle. And ahead of its closely watched spring report, Bain said the luxury market was experiencing more complex turbulence across multiple axes, and it cited economic pressures and price fatigue over the first 3 months of the year, and noted shoppers were waiting for new, more creative products from brands. And we've been just talking about this in my last live stream. We were saying how one of the CEOs at Louis Vuitton or LVMH in America, not Bernard, no, not the owner, but one of the CEOs in America was saying that they're so happy that finally it seems that as though the trend of quiet luxury is ending. Hence, they believe that finally people will come back to Louis Vuitton to buy more of their tacky items, I guess is what they're thinking. I don't know. Their seasonal trending, you know, they churn out a new bag every couple of weeks. It's like H&M at this point at Louis Vuitton, in my humble opinion. By the way, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Subscribe, thumb up the video. Let's get to 100K. And so it's very much interesting how Bain is also reporting about the fact that customers that they are interviewing seem to, or potential clients of potential brands and luxury brands, they expect more creativity. But what I am really intrigued by is that nobody puts as priority on these lists quality, right? Because the first thing that this article touches base on, as they're reporting about Bain's calculations and analytics, they're reporting about clients wanting more creativity. I'm like, well, why don't you say it like it is? I'm a client. Most of my viewers are also clients, whether it be of luxury goods or intermediate luxury or whatever. Everybody wants quality, and most people that I talk to are complaining about lack thereof. So I'm like, maybe these brands are still not accepting the truth. It's like they're in denial. They're still in denial. They're still trying to avoid the fact that they have cheapened out on us. They still claim to be luxury items and luxury brands creating luxury goods, but then these items, they don't meet the luxury standards of quality that we're used to. And then some of these brands go so far to say, oh, the customer is so spoiled, they want so much. I'm like, no. You keep upping your prices. We remember what your quality was all about years ago. We have your products from years ago. That quality in your current products is no longer there, while the prices of your current products are like double of what they used to be when your quality was better. And you have the audacity to gaslight us and say that we are too demanding. Are you for real? You're never going to fix your problem and your minuses and your lack of growth and your percentages if you keep acting like business as usual. The customer is the idiot. You're so stupid, you don't see that what you're missing out on. I'm like, no, I see that your quality is lacking. So you can act as much as you want, you can gaslight as much as you want, you can act as much as you want, like quality's totally fine, like I'm the idiot who's too demanding. Yeah, be my guest. Act that way as much as you want, but as long as you're going to keep acting that way, we won't be buying as much or at all. So you're going to have to change the tune of your music, my dear. Yeah. So it's not about lack of creativity, and I agree. Creativity is also extremely lacking in the fashion world, but that's also because these brands want to play it extremely safe. Ever since brands have all gone into the public sector and are all on the stock market, ever since that has happened, quality's gone to shite. Because now what is important is not the creativity and the legacy of the brand. What is important is that the shareholders get their moolah every quarter. And so when money becomes the priority of a brand, we throw heritage, quality, creativity, innovation out of the window, and we just play it safe. Every collection has to be safe. Looking at you, Maria Grazia Cutie for Dior. I cannot, for the love of me, distinguish your collections one from the other. You've been there for way too long. Every single collection is like, oh, was this from 5 years ago? Oh no, it's a new collection. It looks the same like what you did last season. And they're selling because they're playing it safe. Now, I understand that also the customer out there, we're living in very weird conservative times at the moment. Everybody's playing it very safe. Everybody wants to be dressed also looking, a certain type of way. These are trends that come and go. Don't you worry. Fashion is going to find its way when it's going to become colorful again, opulent again. When better economy comes, with better economy also comes more colorful and daring fashion trends. Right now, we are in the Middle Ages of fashion. Okay, we are in the slump. Like, this is the end of times, baby. And so, of course, also the brands are worried that their shareholders get their money. So they're all playing it extremely safe. So if they have an opportunity to hire a fashion designer who's going to design some crazy, innovative outfit, asymmetrical cuts, pompous volumes, no. No, 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 no. Play it safe. Do a little polo shirt for the conservatives. Do a little, tight cut pant. Do a little 3/4 sleeve for the ladies. Do a little, it can be pink, but it has to be a very light powder pink. No fuchsia. No shocking pink. Everything has to be toned down and conservative because we got to be certain that we sell to the people who still have money nowadays. Because not many do. And so there's that. When the masses, if we ever get back to a time where a middle class is thriving, right now the middle class is barely surviving. But if we ever make it to a time when middle class thrives, we will get also more daring and fabulous fashions. We're going to go back to the glorious 80s, early 80s, and we're going to go back to that. But for now, forget about it. For now, it's khaki pants and polo shirts, baby. As far as the eye can see, okay? You know what I mean? There's no more middle class left, I know. But there you go. So, and, right. We'll go. So anyway, the labels including, okay, so here's what it says here. Bain's previous forecast for flat sales, to 4% growth was issued in November. Top labels including Gucci, Chanel, and Dior have appointed new designers as the sector faces its worst downturn in years, with property crisis weighing on the Chinese market and U.S. shoppers pulling back amid economic uncertainty. We'll go. The new forecast comes as the industry braces for further economic turbulence following a global flare-up in trade tensions. While the large majority of luxury shoppers polled by the consultancy, 75%, said that tariffs would not likely cause them to make fewer luxury purchases in the future, around half of those who had already pulled back over the past year said it was due to price increases in the sector. So people are saying, look, tariff schmeriff, we're going to live on. But we're not buying because you luxury brands, even before tariffs were even on the table, you were increasing your prices. We remember what happened during the lockdowns and the pandemic. Luxury brands were using the excuse of, oh, it's so hard to source raw materials and to find labor, so we have to up our prices. You understand. Yeah? Well, what's your excuse now? You kept upping your prices even after the pandemic was over. And you kept upping your prices even after there was no more interruptions in sourcing any raw materials whatsoever. And yet you kept upping your prices because you could, because you got greedy. And we're done. We're not having it. So, you know what I mean? It's a little bit late for all of these excuses, the excuse this, excuse that. No. Stop being so greedy. You're demanding triple, quadruple the prices you used to demand just 7 years ago. Not because of inflation, honey. Inflation isn't that high. It's because you got greedy. And now you want to save face. And so you can't just like reduce your prices all of a sudden because, oh my God, that would tarnish your reputation. Because that's going to be bad for business if people see that your bags that were $5,000, now they're $10,000, bringing them back to $5,000. Oof. And what would the customers say that bought your bags at $10,000? Are they going to come back to the shop and say, hey, the bag that I bought just a week ago for $10,000, now you're selling it for $5,000. Give me back $5,000. And you know what? They would be right to ask you that, morally. Legally, I don't know. Laws are different in every country. But morally, I would agree with that customer. So these brands also don't want to have to give money back. But I'm like, but hold on a minute. Why not? Give the money back. You already charged way too much for that bag to begin with. So give the money back. Lower your prices and then see how these percentages are going to rise up. Because you're going to start selling again. People are going to be more happy to purchase. You're going to get more money ultimately. Because when did it all become so elitist and bougie? My butt. You know, it's all about like, we don't want too many people to have our stuff. Please, people already have your stuff. You haven't innovated diddly squat in decades. The Chanel Timeless Classic double flap. Oh, we don't want to oversaturate the market. I'm like, honey, you've been making the same as lame ass bag for decades. You have saturated and oversaturated the market just because that's your classic bag. So it's not, what are you going to do? You slow down production and you up the prices? Too late. You've been making the same bag since the 80s. So 10 years in the 80s, 1983, Carl did the turn lock thing. So 1983, so fine, 3 years less, but let's say it's a decade, from 83 to 90. I know it's just 7 years, but so in the 80s you had it, in the 90s you had it, in the noughties you've had it, in the 10s you've had it, and now in the 20s you still have it. That's like 50 years almost. So you've had 50 years of flooding the market with every possible size, iteration, shape of your double flap timeless classic. And now you woke up all of a sudden thinking, oh, we're oversaturating the market. Let's make less of them, but up the prices. No, that's not the reason why you're upping the price. You're upping the price because you think you can get away with it. You're upping the price because you think people are going to keep buying, because idiots are going to keep buying, no matter how much you charge for it. Well, times have changed. So what are you going to do? Stop increasing your prices for a couple of years and hope that the $10,000 price for your bag is going to be more acceptable 5 years from now? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. To each their own, though. And as if that were not enough, now that we're paying the $10,000 for these Oompa Loompa bags from Chanel in leather, the quality isn't there. So I'm like, you know, it's not like I'm buying an heirloom for my family. When I kick the bucket, my kids, my nephews, somebody's going to inherit this bag that will last forever. No, it won't. The bag starts peeling 20 minutes after you start wearing it. Please. Luxury. Such a joke. But, you know, the funny thing is it's funny. It's actually really funny. I mean, we live in this vast, endless universe where there's so much to explore, to learn. And here we are stuck on this planet, you know, thinking about luxury goods, the materialism of it all. We are a funny, funny, funny species, aren't we? We are a funny living organism. I don't think any other organism in the universe has the tendency of being so self-destructive like we are. So it is what it is. We are self-destructive. You can't fight it. Embrace it. And I think luxury is a very interesting aspect of human nature. It is literally, in a nutshell, it kind of defines and explains how self-destructive we are and how we enjoy the pain. We do. We do. The masochism is intrinsic to human nature. Why don't we just rename luxury into what it is? The pleasure of masochism. Anywho, let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. Till next time, never forget to never give up on painful love. Bye. Brafia got a moment here, like, phew. But we the people have woken up on luxury, period. It is a lot of marketing, yeah. Brown Bunny, we got to seize the means of production from the billionaires. Henny, sure. Just how you want to do that? You know, Latoya says that bag probably had a chemical reaction and fell apart. Love it. Oh yes, Maya, for sure. It's also an addiction, for sure. Sarah says, oh no, what about HA at Tom Ford? I can't wait to see the Autumn Winter 25 hit the site. The prices though, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Yeah. Hi, Velasquez. Oh, dear. Asia A. Hi. Hi, Dacob. Have you seen they finally finished refurbishing La Pausa on French Riviera? Didn't we talk about that in the last live stream? Debbie, did we talk about it in the last live stream or in the after show? Was it the after show or the live? We spoke about it, Asia. We had a whole segment about exactly this topic. I just don't remember if it was the main show or the after show. Oh, Brafia says, I'm addicted to the pain. If I didn't hurt it, was it worth it? I know, Brafia, same with me, girl. Same with me, girl. Akulu's like, we went deep, honey. The pleasure of masochism, period. Yes, we did speak about it, says Polly. And Debbie says yes. And Velasquez says yes. Natadita says yes. Oh, thank you, Natadita. So Natadita says we spoke about the Chanel La Pausa Villa in the main show in the last live stream. So please go check it out if you want to know all the details that I had to share about it. We had a nice conversation about Chanel. Oh, Lois, thank you so much, sweetie.
Lois Vaughan Hussein tip $15. Thank you so much for providing us a space for open conversation. Lois, red heart emoji.
Oh, thank you so much, Lois. There you go, sweetie. You got a signature all over the screen. Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot it. The Magna Doodle. It was in the last live stream. Thank you, Kate Moore. And while we're at it, thank you, Kate Moore, for always creating the chapters for us after the live streams are over. Round of applause for Kate Moore. Thank you, Kate. So, Polly S says you did a history lesson on it and I loved it, Dacob. Thank you, Polly. Thank you so much. Have fun at work, Louis. Thank you. Have fun at work. Thank you. And it is like an Etch-a-Sketch-Up, but it's not an Etch-a-Sketch because this has magnets. It has liquid and little magnets that come out of the liquid when you use the metal pen. And then when you pull this away, the liquid washes away the magnet. It's a very complex thing. And yet, oh, so simple. What can I tell you? So simple. Such a simple construct. So, yeah. So, hold on. So, yeah. So we filmed this. Okay, so what did we do? We filmed 2 topics. What was the other topic? Valentino. Did we film Valentino? Did we film Valentino? We did, didn't we? Okay. Okay, Valentino Quartz. Wait, but I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on, you guys. Confusion. I don't know. Anyway, oh, love to you too, Rude. Kidmore says, you're always welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you, Kate. You really save the fashion bunker's life every time with those chapters. Because if those chapters don't come in within like an hour or two after the live stream, I already have people commenting underneath the live stream. I'm not going to watch until you put the chapters in. Where are the chapters? I'm like, just press play. Watch the show. Why do you need chapters? Just watch the whole show. No, some people are very, very particular. They want their chapters. And thank God for Kate. Kate puts in the chapters and we're safe. Hi, Finley. So, yes, Purple Butterfly. We're going to also do Burberry. Right, Burberry. Are we going to film Burberry or just talk about Burberry? Let me see. Whew. Are we filming the Pharrell thing or is it just talk? Okay. Oh wait, Lyndon Alaska. Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. Hold on. Thank you, Lyndon Alaska.
Lyndon Alaska tipped $25. So glad you won your YouTube case. Keep doing what you are doing.
Thank you, Linda. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Nectarine Man, right? May as well film and then you can choose to upload. Here's the thing, though. It takes much more energy to film than to not film. Do you know what I mean? It's a whole other vroom. If I'm like, okay, we got to film, tuck, 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 tuck. And if we don't film and just chit chat about it, it's much easier on me, but okay. But let's film it because you never know. Yeah. Well, well, well. Pharrell Williams and Louis Vuitton. You know, just when we all thought that they are out of the woods with lawsuits. In fact, in my last live stream, we just spoke about this with the Pocket Socks suing Louis Vuitton and Pharrell for what they alleged was an infringement on their copyright of their socks with pockets on them, and Louis Vuitton having for now won that case through dismissal without prejudice on the court's side. Today, another lawsuit ensues, and this time, Louis Vuitton and Pharrell seem to both be called to the stand as they are being sued for another copying, allegedly. And everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So what happened this time around? And this is so interesting because the allegation by this brand, we're going to get to the brand and we're going to get to the allegation, but it's so interesting that just a couple of months ago when Pharrell showed his collection for Louis Vuitton on the runway, certain websites or Instagram accounts would comment on some of the looks from the runway saying, oh, Pharrell and Louis are paying homage to this brand. Ha ha ha. We're going to get to the brand in just a minute. So it's so funny how the fashion world works because already months ago, people were noticing the homage that Pharrell and Louis Vuitton were paying to this brand. And now, a couple of months later, the brand actually comes out and sues them. So it's a mess, okay? And I'm like, can Pharrell make one original thing? Come on, Pharrell. I'm still waiting for you to make one authentic, original item. Can you? I know you're not a designer. Oh, I know you're not a designer. Okay. But like, can we like do like one thing? Can you like invent one fashion item that is not copy? Finley in the chat says, I can answer that. No. Let me show you Exhibit A. And here is from the Snobette. And this, look at this, y'all. We're in May. Middle of May as I'm filming this video with the lawsuit. January 21st of 2025, they were already, or was this 1 year ago? No, I think this was now. The Snobette was posting Louis Vuitton's. Okay, now I'm just dying to pronounce this brand's name. Kuji. I just want to say Kuji. This is Kuji. I love your Kuji. So Louis Vuitton's Kuji-inspired sweater is fire. It's the sweater, not the vest. So already the Snobette said Pharrell just showed his 7th menswear collection for Louis Vuitton. And of course, we're seeing some gems like the Kuji-inspired sweater on the slide, the beanie to match. This collection includes a collaboration with Nigo, with some designers assist by Cactus Plant, Flea Market, Cynthia Lou, as featured on Pharrell's skateboard Instagram account. The runway show also premiered the song Louis Vuitton bag. Okay, whatever, song by. So anyway, thank you, the Snobette. And this is a little sweaterlet. The sweaterlet with the knit. Kuji. I know Purple Butterfly says, I sounds like Coochie. Yeah, a little bit. They're from Australia. Down under. Down under. Now let me show you the next picture. This is Kuji. Okay. So this is their stuff. I think this says $720. I don't know if this is Australian dollars or if it's US dollars. But since it's Kuji Australia, it's probably Australian dollars. Anyway, you can see how their knit style and design is very specific. And in the other picture, you could see that's where it's at, right? So now that the whole world has been saying, oh, how nice for Louis Vuitton to pay homage to Kuji. Yeah, Louis Vuitton added the logo. This isn't even a logo. This is just that's a logo, the LV logo. They did add the Louis Vuitton logo to it. But this is definitely the knit style of Kuji, right? So, and of course, they want to take him to court. Now, the situation, look, Louis Vuitton got away with it with the pocket socks for now, because, well, go check out my live stream where I talk about it. But long story short, the court said, look, the pocket socks are sold on QVC and other websites up to, $50, not more. Louis Vuitton only sells their clothes within Louis Vuitton shops and on the Louis Vuitton website, and their price is around $500. No customer would ever confuse the pocket socks with the Louis Vuitton version of the pocket socks, so you got no case here. Dismissed without prejudice, which means that the court and the judge does allow pocket socks to rephrase their claims and sue Louis Vuitton again. Now, in this case, for $720, knitwear by Louis Vuitton is going to cost you, well, that knitwear piece, probably $3,000. Definitely more than $2,000. I haven't seen the actual price of the other sweater, but it's going to be around about $3K. No, maybe even more. But it's a little bit closer in the range, the $720, than let's say $50 as compared to $500 for the socks. So I don't know how much the court would say, well, this sweater costs less than the Louis sweater, so there's no confusion there in terms of customers being led to believe that the Louis sweater is the Kuji sweater. Yeah, I'm not so sure what the courts will decide in this case. I personally see the similarity, and if we go back to the other picture, as the Snobette reported, they also say Kuji-inspired sweater, so it's like people are noticing, right? I mean, even before this lawsuit was even a thing, people were noticing. People were making posts about this. So what do you guys think? I want to know, do you think that Kuji has a case here? Or is this going to be one of those instances where the courts say, well, I don't know if Coogi patented this particular pattern of knitting. It's really hard to patent stuff like this, you guys, because if you're patenting stuff like this, you have to be very specific and very in detail about it. Like the distance between the pattern, the stitch, the knit, the zipper, the color, like there's a lot, right? So you can't really patent every alternative variation of it. So if something looks like something else, that might not be enough to warrant winning a lawsuit. So I'm a little bit skeptical as to if they legally have a case here, if Coogi has a case. But just from the optics, I would say this is copied from Coogi. You know, just like from the standpoint of, okay, Louis Vuitton design team, you would think that Louis Vuitton, a multi-billion-dollar brand, would have enough money to pay their designers proper money for the designers to come up with original ideas instead of cheapening out. Because this, to me, even if, let's say, it doesn't win in court, even if Coogi maybe doesn't win one day, I still think this is so lazy on Louis Vuitton's end. Why does Louis Vuitton should be a trailblazer? Louis Vuitton should not copy. You know what I mean? This is really lazy. Like you're paying your designers, and I'm hoping you're paying your designers very, very well, Louis, although I've been hearing rumors that that might not be the case, allegedly, and everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. While you're at it, subscribe. Let's get to 100K and thumb up this video. But if you're working for Louis Vuitton, if you are the Louis Vuitton brand, like make something new. Innovation, baby. Instead of always copying everything and having a lawsuit. Every collection is like a new lawsuit all over again because some other brand starts claiming that you copied them. I don't know. I mean, I understand from one perspective that like Pharrell is all about streetwear and streetwear is all about, you know, high snobiety, you know, Supreme, all of this, you know, stuff, you know, the skater styles. It all has its own specific design and a specific flavor, and it's a style that then kind of copies itself and keeps evolving within its own right. I get it, Pharrell, but you're no longer on the streets, baby. You are in a luxury fashion house now. You're not making clothes for kids who just finally got the money to afford a skateboard. And you want to dress them with a total look that costs $50,000. That's not street style. Okay? No kid that is living the street style vibe can afford this. You are a fashion brand, a luxury fashion brand. Behave like one. Huh? We're not on Canal Street no more, Pharrell, okay? Let me know, guys, what your thoughts are. Do you think Coogi has a chance at winning this, or are they going to lose like Pocket Socks did? Let me know down below. Love you loads. Subscribe. Never go up on love. Bye. Larissa says, as a hand knitter and pattern maker, I see huge differences between the two styles, but since so many call it an homage, obviously there's something to it. Interesting point you make there. Shaban says, yeah, it sucks that big brands are basically ripping off smaller ones. It definitely does. But that's the life we live in. Akulu says, Pharrell's references are so obvious to me, especially with Coogi. Rapper Biggie wore those all the time. Akulu says, Pharrell, you ain't making beats no more, seriously. Hi, Thea. Hello, Gorge. Happy to catch you live. Hey, sweetie. Hi, Anya. And it's a zip-up. As far as I know, pattern sweaters are common. There'd be an issue if there was a very specific style used. Purple butterfly. Butter. Butter. Here's another one for you. Let's film it. I mean, look, it's the end of times, people. It's the end of times. Okay, here's another one for you. Dior is in trouble. Or are Dior's customers more in trouble than Dior? Let's get to it. A dear friend of mine and also fellow colleague on YouTube, Kaz from 5 Foot Nothing, and I will post a link to the lovely lady's YouTube channel down below. Be sure to go to subscribe to her channel, send her some love. She is awesome, and she comes from costume making and theater. She knows fashion. She knows what she's talking about. She sends me a message the other day and says, Dacob, have you seen this? And she sends me a copy and pasted text that Dior sent her in terms of a certain breach that they've received. And I says to her, Kaz, I had no clue. Thankfully, I haven't been buying shit from Dior in a hot minute now. But I dig into it. Thank you, Kaz, for letting me know. And I go do some research, and Dior has issued indeed an official statement, which everybody can download online. And I'm going to read it to you now. But of course, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Okay? Subscribe, everybody. Let's get to 100K subbies and thumb up the video. All right, let me blend in the statement. Now, this is what Dior sent. So if you're watching me on a tiny telephone screen right now, don't you worry. I'm going to read it for you. So you can see Dior up here. It says, Dear Madam, dear Sir, we are writing to inform you that on May 7th, 2025, oh, by the way, I'm filming this video on May 15th. Don't think that I'm late to deliver the news to you. It's that Dior waited so long to let their customers know that there was a leak and a breach in their data. That's the shocking part. I mean, of course, it's shocking that there was a breach and that they let it happen, but it's also shocking that they waited so long to let their customers know. Because Kaz received this message just yesterday, and they've issued this, but the breach happened like a week ago or more. As Elijah Robinson would say, or more. So we are writing to inform you that on May 7th, 2025, we discovered that an unauthorized external party accessed some of the customer data we hold. We immediately took steps to contain this malicious incident. The teams at Dior, supported by leading cybersecurity experts, oh la-di-da, oh please, la-di-da. Had you had cybersecurity experts on your payroll, this would not have happened. Allegedly. Okay, girl? You've not only been cutting costs on quality and this and that, We've seen your earning reports, LVMH. But now you're trying to tell us that you were not cutting costs on this, on cybersecurity? Okay, fine. Giving you the benefit of the doubt. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So anyway, the teams at Dior, supported by leading cybersecurity experts, continue to investigate and respond to the incident. We have notified the relevant regulatory authority. Based on the findings of the investigations to date, the affected data includes name, gender, mobile phone number, email address, postal address, purchase and preference data, and other data specific to you that you may have shared with us. So in other words, basically, you got everything. So basically, this breach is everything. Like, everything. Like, the color of my eyeballs. The size of... Never mind. So no financial information, including bank details, IBAN, or credit card details, was contained in the concerned database. Uh-huh. As best practice and out of an abundance of caution, we encourage you to continue to be vigilant for any suspicious activity or communications, text messages, phone calls, emails, and be mindful when clicking on links or opening attachments from unknown sources. Yeah, honey, but if somebody broke into your data and has now my address and everything, and they see that I'm a client of yours, then they might also think that I got mucho dinero, mula. So with my name, with my address, they might just come to my home, break in, and try to steal those ugly-ass Dior bags that I have in my closet. So this isn't anymore just about online clicking on an email with a suspicious link in the email. This is way worse. This is way worse. You literally gave these criminals my address, my name, my telephone number. And now they know where to find me if they want a Dior bag. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. This is, in my humble opinion, I don't know, let me know down below if it's worse for them to steal credit card details or if it's worse for them to steal your name and your address. What is worse? In my opinion, let me know down below. Seriously, in my opinion, it's worse if they know my name and my address and my telephone number. Because you have an insurance on the credit card and stuff, like you can block your credit card and get a new credit card and you're done. But it's not that easy to just move to a new address. You see what I'm saying? Both is bad, for sure. Both is bad. But one is, in my opinion, worse than the other. As best practice, okay, so do not open, click, or communications link unknown sources, and do not disclose sensitive information such as verification codes and passwords. For any suspicious information sent to you or contact made in the name of Dior, please consult our official customer service center via the contact below. The confidentiality and security of all our customers' data is an absolute priority for the House of Dior. Oh, please, this is the PR bullshit that they tell you at the end. Oh, it's absolute priority for us to keep you safe. No, it's not. Obviously, it's not, because there was a breach. You just don't want to get sued. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us if you have any further question. We deeply value our relationship with y'all, and we apologize for any concern or inconvenience this matter may cause you. Sincerely, the House of Dior. Latoya Andrews says, personal info and address is worse than credit. There you go. Look, listen, Linda. In my humble opinion, this is a big no-go, Dior. Big no-go. Big no-go. As what's her name in Pretty Woman would say, this was a big mistake. Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. Big mistake. Huge mistake. And then as she lifts her Versace and Chanel bags and exits Dior, never to return again. Period. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe. Thumb up the video. Let's get to 100K. Love you loads. Bye. Yes, damage control and PR are the main concerns. I agree with you, Crazy Cat Lady Joe. Allegedly. Hi, Holy Grace. How's it going, sweetie? So we just filmed another topic. Oh my God, we are on a roll today. No, okay. Are we? Yes, we is. All right. So in other news, Tamar Braxton. Who knows Tamar Braxton? Tamar Braxton is part of the Braxton Family Values show, which I loved. Toni Braxton, I love her. Love her voice. Love her attitude. She is struggling with lupus. She's a very, very tough lady, strong lady. Love her so much. So anyway, Tamar is one of the younger sisters, and she's a little bit, in the show many years ago when we used to watch, when they used to film Braxton Family Values, Tamar was the loud one, the more spoiled one. Everybody had to, pay more attention to her, care for her. She would be more needy, at least in the show. So anyway, this video pops up in my Instagram feed. And yeah, exactly. India says Tamar the brat, right? So there, this video pops up in my feed. Oh my God, it's so hilarious. And Tamar is crying. And I'm like, oh man, what happened now? I've really felt so bad. Like she was crying while looking for the right camera angle to look good while crying. So I'm like, what is she crying about? So all of the girls sitting on a round table is one of those like interview TV shows where a bunch of chicks sit at a table and talk about stuff. And she's like, and Tamar is like, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? And she's like, you know, they called me a Muppet. I'm like, they called her a Muppet? And all of the other chicks are like hugging her and they're all crying. Everybody's crying. Everybody's crying and everybody's like, I feel you. I totally feel you. I'm like, is this for real? You're all crying because you got called a Muppet? What the hell? Because to be perfectly honest with you, I would be flattered if they called me a Muppet. I love the Muppets. Love the Muppets. I don't care. Call me Miss Piggy. Call me Kermit. Call me Fozzie. Call me whatever you want to call me. But as long as you call me, baby. No, seriously, I would not be sitting on a TV show crying because you called me a Muppet. And I feel bullied to the core because you called me a Muppet. Tamar, honey, I love ya, but you got to learn to own it. You got to learn to own it. If a troll, a hater comes for you and they call you a name, I say, and what? Yeah, look, being called a Muppet is flattering. I've been called terrible things in my day, okay? And still am to this day. People come for me from all angles. You know, the F word, you know, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a proud F word, very proud F word. So what's new? Tell me something I didn't know. Own it. In other words, own it. This is how you take the power away from the bully. Tamar, girl, come on. Anyway, so there you go. We'll go. Also, I want to acknowledge quickly Marina. Marina says, happy to join a live. Mom passed away and hubby in hospital. Me lying on a couch, a bit lost. Appreciate the distraction. Marina, my condolences. It is terrible to lose a parent, and I hope that hubby gets out of the hospital as soon as possible. You know, I've lost a parent too, so I know I'm not just saying this. I know how it feels, and it is terrible and devastating. Cry as long and as much as you need to. Feel all the feels. It's a process. Grieving is a long process. All I can tell you is don't fight it. Embrace it. And let it go through you. Like channel it. Let it go through you. And you will heal. It's going to take a lot of time. But you will heal. You will make it through this. You will. I am living proof that that's what happens. It takes time, but you will heal. So you just lay on the couch, chill, eat snacks, treat yourself to something warm, cry, then start hysterically laughing, then cry again. Whatever you need to feel, it's okay. The most important thing is, I can tell you this, do not feel guilty for any emotion that might come through you in the time of grieving, because crazy emotions will come out. Like you're going to be switching on the dime. You're going to be like super sad, crying, laughing, silent. Don't feel bad about any of those switches. It's part of this process of healing. So just embrace them and don't block yourself from feeling all of these emotions. That's really important. That's the only tip I can give you, because that's what helped me get through losing my dad. And No, Marina, you see, there you go. I know you feel guilty, sweetie. I also felt guilty. We all feel guilty. It's part of it. I was not there. I was not there either when my dad passed away. Marina, that's life. That's not you. Life does these things to us. It slaps you when you least expect it. Don't make it harder on yourself. It's already the hardest thing to lose a family member. Don't make it hard on yourself by feeling guilty on top of losing an extremely important family member like a mother. Marina, okay, Marina says, I wasn't there. I didn't buy her the Romina pigeon bag. She loved it. Look, I loved the Romina pigeon bag too. I didn't buy it for myself either. It's okay. Don't worry. Those are material things. The pigeon bag, what is she going to do with it now? She doesn't need it anymore. So don't give these material things such heft. Don't worry about it. Marina, seriously, the little bag, don't even think about the bag. Don't even think about the bag. You are not guilty. SM, oh man, SM G388F says, thank you. I lost my father as well, crying every day since 4 weeks. And that is totally normal. And it is healthy, actually, to cry, to be in contact with your emotions, to be able to feel them and to let it out. It is so important to be able to cry. It's a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. So you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right, and it's good to feel the feels. Let them flow through you. Very important. Very important. You know. So. Carolina says, I'm so sorry, Marina. I'm 32 and also lost my mom to a sudden heart attack. Remember, the process of grief is different for everyone. Take your time. Take your time. This is very, very, very important. Yes, very, very, very important. You let all those emotions flow through you. That is important. There you go. Sarah says, you feel guilt, but you are not guilty. You loved her, and she knows that. Marina says, thank you. I know. I told I loved her every time I saw her. So there's that. And Marina, you're going to notice, you're going to keep saying I love you to your mom, even now. Just because she's physically not there doesn't mean she's not there spiritually. I talk to my dad all the time. I don't care if people think I'm totally cuckoo. I talk to him all the time. He passed away in 2015. I always tell you this, guys. I know I bore you always repeating the same thing, but my dad loved strawberries. Every single time I eat strawberries, and I eat strawberries very often, I think of him, you know, and I eat at least one for him. And then I always say something to him. While I'm eating the strawberry, I'm like, Dad, this one's for you. Here you go again, making me buy strawberries from the afterlife, you know, and then I kind of fight with him. So, but this happens with time. I didn't start talking to him right away, right after he passed away. It was something that developed with time. Then sometimes I dream about him. He comes and visits me in my dreams, and he's there. He's always there. He's never gone. Never, ever gone. I really do not at all anymore feel like he's dead. The body is gone. I'm aware of that. I'm not completely cuckoo. But emotionally, he's there with me. Gives me strength, makes me laugh. Sometimes he makes me angry. And it's part of the healing process as well. Oh, Ronnie Rose. Yes, I watched shows my dad loved and talked to him during the show. Yeah, me too. He loved those. He loved those. Look, there's a couple of shows he loved. He loved what's it called? The Rex, the dog, the police officer Rex, the dog. Every time that show comes up, I'm like, oh, Dad, here we go again, because I really don't like that show. But then if it's playing on the TV, when you know, I'll finish the episode for his sake. And then while I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, Dad, like, when is the commercial coming? I need to go to the bathroom. So, you know, you do what you can. Human beings, we are a very, very funny little feature. And we have very special ways to survive any difficult situation in life, you know. Oh my God, your dad loved Duck Dynasty? Sanford and Son. Cha. So you're like sitting there watching Duck Dynasty talking to that is so funny. I mean, boy, the jokes you can make during Duck Dynasty, though. I mean, that's funny. That's a doozy. And the cowboy movies, Godzilla, old Tarzan movies are for my dad, says Robbie Lorraine. Yeah. Oh, Holly Gray says my pop still appears in my dreams 10 years later. Corey says, I talked to my grandma. She was my second mom. I talk to her every day. It takes time. Yep. It takes time, but it's a good one. It's good when you start talking to them. Oh, Marina, your mom loved wrestling? In time, I'll watch on YouTube. Yes, of course. You're going to watch on YouTube, and then you're going to start talking to her. Say, like, Mom, look what happened. How are they wrestling themselves like that? You know. Oh, yeah, Brooke Gardner. Yeah, definitely. That's my dad, making the show appear, because it's so rarely on the telly. Oh, Debbie says, half of a record of Godfather 2 every single night. Like clockwork. So there's that, you guys. We're all healing. That's all we do. That's all we do. Don't get this wrong. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just the nature of the beast. I think human beings, we're just, all we ever do is heal until we pass away. I think the moment you're born, you know, so many poets write about birth, and every single poet that ever has written anything about birth has written about pain. So, you know, Giacomo Leopardi, an Italian poet and author, he has written a lot about birth as well. But so it's about pain. You're born, and the first thing you feel is pain. And it is a terrible shock, and it's traumatic. So you have to heal. So all we do is heal. From the second we are born, we spend our entire life healing from something. We're always healing from something. We're always trying to fix something until we kick the bucket and we are finally free. Unless you believe in reincarnation, in which case you're reborn again and you got to heal some more. What are you going to do? This is why I eat a donut, I eat a Big Mac, have a little snack, have a little chip here, a little popcorn there. I gain a little weight, and I think to myself, even if I tried to not eat what I love to eat, and I tried to stay skinny and prolong life and do this or do that, still, honey boo boo cha, the end is nigh. It always is. Might as well live a little, because everything is just healing. It's all about healing, healing. We never stop healing, so might as well live a little. So there you go. And you know, Corey says, that would suck. Reincarnation once around is good enough for me, says Corey. So, exactly, Finley, which is a perfect reason to be more forgiving and kind to each other, period. Yeah. Oh, man, Alphabet Song is like, I came for the fashion memes. Now I'm crying. Classic. Welcome to the Fashion Bunker. You know we go deep. The surface just appears superficial. It's only superficial if you can't see beneath the surface. But if you can, the Fashion Bunker is way deeper than one would first think. And you know, especially for everybody who's been here for a while, you know how it goes in the Fashion Bunker. We call it the Fashion Bunker, but it's way more than that. It's just a cover-up, you know, for the cult. Corey says we always end up like a bunch of friends crying together. Oh man, Finley says her hubby also talks to his dad. He passed away suddenly in 2003. And I'm telling you, Finley, it's such a healing thing. Okay, there we go again with the healing. Such a healing thing. you know. Love set you ticking like a fat gold watch. What's that, Patricia? Is that a quote of a song? Anyway. Oh, Amy Pickett says, this is why I love the chat. Carolina says, something I read. Grieving is actually a form of learning. Our grief is teaching us how to be in the world without our person. Most importantly, don't let anyone dictate how you're supposed to feel. Good one. Holly says, the whole point of life is to suffer. Let me scroll up. It disappeared now. The whole point of life is to suffer. Because to pursue life's meaning is growth, which is hard. Oh, it's super hard. And a lot of people just don't want to grow. They just stay very, very infantile. Looking at you, some luxury content creators. Because some of y'all's YouTubers out there, boy, are you embarrassing. Grown-ass people making videos in a certain way. I'm just looking at it thinking to myself, boy, did I dodge a bullet. Anyway. Oh, man. Marina says, thanks, everyone. I really needed this. You're welcome, honey. And Patricia, love sets you ticking like a fat gold watch. Finley says, good poem, Patricia. Oh, that's Sylvia Plath. Gotcha. Sylvia Plath poem says, Patricia. Gloria says, before the Grim Reaper takes me, wait, one more bite for the road, baby. Oh my God. The Grim Reaper comes in. I'm like, wait, are we driving off to like the world of the dead? Can we pass by McDonald's drive-thru on our way out? Cause I wouldn't mind a little something. A Big Mac with a fry and a nugget. And then let's drive towards the sunset. To grow is a choice. Very few choose it, says Holly. I noticed that you don't collab with anyone anymore for the most part. When you grow, it's a lonely road. I know it. Yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah. Well, there's several reasons for that, for not collaborating so much. It's reasons, Debbie. Yeah. But also, you guys are very, very possessive of me. A lot of you do not like when I share the screen with someone and you get upset. I've noticed that as well. A lot of people don't like to share me. so I'm like, okay. So I'm very conscious of that. You're like, who's that person? Who's calling in right now? And then you're very suspicious of them. That happens a lot, you know, because I notice in the chats, you're like, who is this person talking now to you? Who do they think they are? So, so, so there's a little bit of that, which is so cute, actually. I think it's adorable. But then also, it's about the energy. And I can tell you this much, just like Holly said, I put so much effort and energy into creating content and creating the live streams and performing for you guys live that it's really hard to find somebody else within the luxury sphere that also live streams that much and also with that energy. I'm not saying better or worse energy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not comparing in any way. I am not saying in any way something is better or worse. I'm just saying different energies. So it's always very difficult when I have a certain rhythm, energy level, and then somebody calls in and they have a different one. You know, let's say mine is like this and one is like that. And then it's so hard to make things click. And that energy, as we're trying to adapt them, you feel it as a viewer. You might not maybe consciously put it into words and understand what is going on, but you'll feel that there's like, oh wow, there's two different wavelengths at the moment. Even if we're talking about the same topic, and even if we agree on the topic, we might have in that moment different wavelengths. And so the energy like takes a big effort on both sides to match the energies and make them flow together. That requires so much energy and it sucks the life out of you. So, oh, Jesse's amazing. I love Jesse so, so much. Jesse's amazing. And Jesse always has wonderful energy, by the way. Jesse style. But Finley, oh, thank you, Finley says, you're all really great about supporting other creators. So when you do have guests, it works. Thank you, Finley. Thank you. Yes. Oh, Kelly, thank you. You do such a great job, Dacob. Thank you. Smurfette is like, we're the jealous type. Yeah, you're my jelly ladies and I love ya. Jackie says, I'm lurking. Dacob, you are unique. It is very, very hard to have a guest on a live. Jackie, it is hard. And let me tell you something. When we do the live streams with the call-ins, like twice a year, usually, sometimes 3 times a year, usually we do like New Year's Eve and Halloween. I don't know if one year we did like Christmas and New Year's Eve and Halloween, maybe. That would be then the 3 call-in live streams that we did. Maybe we did once a call-in for my birthday too. I don't know, but can't remember. But those are the moments where anybody can call in. Everybody's on camera. You know how it works. And that works in a way because it's not just like me talking to 1 or 2 people, but it's like anybody can call in and there's no topics to talk about. We just chill and talk about anything and everything. And everybody has their own energy and everything is chill. And usually those live streams go like 10 hours. That kind of works because there's no expectation for you to be sitting at home and just watching me deliver the news or whatever we're talking about, but it's more like everybody's prompted to call in. There's a link. We used to do it through Skype. Skype is no more. You know, guys, that Skype announced they're shutting down forever. So our last live stream that we did this past New Year's Eve was the last of our historic Fashion Bunker live streams with all the Skype backgrounds. Skype is gone. There's no more Skype. So for the next group live stream that we do, we're going to have to find a new way. But it's the end of an era in a way, right? So I know, Holly, it would be amazing to do it in real life at some point, but you love the call-ins, but wish we could do the real life. Oh man, the Fashion Bunker meet and greet in real life would be amazing. I'm really, really trying to figure out. Oh, India says Dacob has an energy that makes people happy. Thank you. Very kind of you. I'm really trying to work on this kind of concept of doing it live, like in a theater where everybody comes in and we have a real live audience sitting in the theater, you know, like a late night talk show or something, right? Where you literally come into the Fashion Bunker. You come into the Fashion Bunker, you sit down in the audience. I come on the stage, we start the whole interaction while we are live streaming at the same time, of course. And then I'm thinking, because it's on a stage, we can also have little performances and stuff, the in-between segments, you know, to make a whole little show for you guys. Obviously, I cannot expect you to travel and then stay for like 4 hours in the theater while we're doing the live stream, because, you know, my live streams go between 2.5 and 4.5 hours. So of course I'm not going to like make you sit there for 4.5 hours. So we would have to really work on to make it very tight and like tops 2 hours so that everybody can, you know, still make it home, go pee, to the bathroom, have a snack or something. You know what I mean? Oh my God, Finley, how I love that movie. That's Robert Altman's last movie. He passed away after that one. Prairie Home Companion, or Dacob Home Companion in that case. Oh man. Yes, that is a dream of mine. I love that whole setup, that whole scenario. I mean, that was a radio show, but it was also that was also done in a theater, right? Oh, Aaron McKenzie said, would totally pay to see you live, baby. Thank you. Well, you're watching me live now for free, but you can tip your host if you like the show. So anyway, Robert Altman. Yes, he was a wonderful director. He also did Popeye with Shelley Duvall and Robin Williams. So, all right. So, okay, so we did that. Okay. Okay. So I wanted to, more end of luxury. Let me show you what happened in Louis Vuitton, Paris, France. I have a picture for you. And this is kind of shocking. Somebody broke in to the Louis Vuitton boutique in Saint-Germain, the quarter of Saint-Germain in gay old Paris. And it's completely empty. They stole everything. So this is credit for the screenshot from the Insta reel from Saint-Germain de Presidente something. Now, there's a little French dude cleaning up. I guess they burned the gate in the middle of the night. They drove into the store and ransacked everything. But here's the kicker, you guys. As you can see here in French, the initial text that they're talking about here, reporting about this incident, which just happened a couple of hours ago or a couple of days ago. This is the third time in less than 1 year that this particular Louis Vuitton in Saint-Germain has been broken into and ransacked. Y'all, can you imagine how it must feel to break it? Okay, first of all, in less than 12 months, 3 times they break into and steal everything. But can you imagine how it must feel for the workers, for the sales associates, or whoever is working there? I would get a panic attack. I mean, if I worked for them in this location, and within less than a year, they broke in 3 times, I would feel violated, personally. That's a lot. 3 times? And they don't even know if it's the same mob, if it's the same thieves, or if it's somebody else. But it's kind of like, okay, it's in that part of town, which is it's not that shady of a part of town. If it were that shady, Louis Vuitton would not have a boutique there, or well, they don't have boutiques, they have shops. They call them shops. But it's not like Louis Vuitton would open a Louis Vuitton shop in Saint-Denis. They would never. YK. Where are my French people at? Any Parisians in the chat? You know what I'm talking about. Louis Vuitton is not going to open a store in Saint-Denis. Ain't going to happen. So if they open in Saint-Germain, it's because it's bougie enough for them. Now, my question here is, of course, are they going to close this store fully? I mean, because that's what I would consider doing. If somebody kept breaking into my store over and over and over again, I think I would just close. I would move somewhere else. I would feel super unsafe. 3 times in less than a year, the same shop. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Good luck, Louis Vuitton. You seem to be hemorrhaging money everywhere. Good luck to you. All right. On a lighter note, we're going to do the video. Let's talk Labubus for a second here. And I know, Holly, they're growing on you. Sooner or later, you're going to love them, babes. Okay. Hi, Jenny Young. Welcome to the chats. Oh, Holly Grace, you can make Hello Kitty and Labubus have a little scissor sister moment. Okay, so... Oh, Gloria, Dacob, you got my Instagram in the Labubu algorithm. Woo-go. So, Tad Smurfez, like, you made me want a Labubu. Okay, but this is a fun one. This is a fun one because, oh, bye, Latoya. Have fun at work, sweetie. Be safe. Okay, let's film it. So, the Labubu craze is not going anywhere. I personally am not of the faction that has to have like a gazillion Labubus. Like, for example, the medium-sized one. This one is just so perfect. Maybe if it were pink, not Mococo, but like just another pink, then maybe I would also want a medium-sized one, but this is my favorite size, by the way. But the fact that this one has cards in her eyes, this is my favorite. I made the hat for the Labubu and took off that whole checkmate attire. But this is my favorite Labubu, okay? So, but of course, Pop Mart is not stupid. Cussing Lung is not stupid. They keep making new ones and they want you to keep buying more and more and more and more. However, will we keep buying more and more and more? Because it seems like they keep making more and more and upping production and making them quicker and quicker. And now version 3 is out and they're probably already working on version 4. And there's like a lot of issues because version 3, a lot of people are complaining about the quality of the Labubus. And I went to a Pop Mart here in LA, and let me show you. I filmed a little video. By the way, I arrived a little bit late. They were already closing. So this is a video filmed by yours truly. So let's just let this play as I'm talking. Is it gorgeous? Look what they did. This was at Century City Pop Mart, and they were closed, but they were still kind of finishing up all the people that were inside. Like, I could not get in anymore because this was already late. It was after 9 or 10 p.m. So I filmed from outside. Hi. And the last time I went to Pop Mart, they did not have a gazillion Zimomos. And these are just for display. They don't sell them, which is so rude. Like in the past. Oh, this is down there is Have a Seat. The statue is so cute. They used to have just like one Angel in Cloud Zimomo and one I Found You Zimomo. And then here they are, version 3. There they are, the Big Into Energy. But they're all sold out. All these people are like hoping that they're going to throw out a new box, you know, shortly before closing, which they didn't do. So anyway, enjoy these visuals as I talk to you about the situation. So I find it a little bit rude, honestly, that they like keep telling us, oh, they're sold out, they're sold out. Like the Angel in Clouds is always sold out, the I Found You is always sold out, and they used to only have one sample out. They had one white one brown one, standing in the shop, and that's it. And they would always say sold out. But now they have like 50 of them. And they're still telling you they're sold out. Oh, this is the one I have. So cute. I took the crown off, by the way. You can cut it off. Totally fine. It does not leave any scars on the Labubu if you know how to do it right. So that's your crown. Yeah, that's your, okay. So here's the tragedy. I still want I Found You Zimomo. Never could get him. Yeah, the Zimomos are male, the Labubus are female, so these are all boys, and then a ton of little girls everywhere. Of course, the boys have to be bigger than the girls. I'm like, come on, really? Are we going to do these cliches? But we digress. So here I am thinking to myself, now that they made the version 3 Labubus, they're going to make a version 3 Zimomo, maybe. And we have seen the images of the Zimomo. By the way, the eyes move. He doesn't look this crazy in real life because, you know, you can also make her look all bananas if you wanted to. So this is like the crazy look of the Labubu, but there you go. And so rumors spread and images, we don't know if they were AI generated or not, images spread of a Zimomo version 3. And the version 3 Zimomo is like the version 3 Big Into Energy secret Labubu, which is one of 72, which is like a gray furred Labubu. And every one of the 9 teeth is colored in a different color of the rainbow. And so it's like a rainbow thing. So the images that leaked of Zimomo version 3 was a Zimomo with the gray fur, like a silver gray fur, just like the secret Labubu version 3. And instead of all of the rainbow colored teeth, the Zimomo in the back has a tail and it has like little like scales poking out of the tail, and every scale was a different color. Every scale was one of the colors of the rainbow, which was basically the shtick of the secret Labubu with the teeth. So people were, of course, expecting the Labubu's version 3 to launch, and everybody who could grab one grabbed one, a set or a few sets. And then there are people like myself who were not that lucky. That's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's okay. I will survive. But so when they launched the version 3, I was on the website like the day before. I could put them in my cart, but it said like coming soon, but they allowed you to already do that step of placing it in the cart. You know how it is when you purchase on Pop Mart online. You have to like have like 5 different steps before you finally get to purchase the frickin' Labubu. But the first step, which is an important step, is to be allowed to place the item in your cart, even if that item is still not available for sale. And then on the day of the release, I was there as the clock was counting down to the release. And then finally, when it released, of course, the website crashed. The bots got to the Labubus. And for 2 hours or 1.5 hours, like on my end, the website was not reloading. My cart was completely empty. Like everything just disappeared. They logged me out of my account. I couldn't log back in. Oh my God, it was so frustrating. But I thought to myself, you know what, whatever. It's going to be like with the other Labubus. I would just wait the next day when the things calm down, when most people already got their Labubus. Then I'll get my version 3 set. Here it is. I'll get them tomorrow or the next week. Well, tomorrow came, nothing. Again, the website crashed. Next week, Thursday, when they replenished the stock, again, crashed. I'm like, oh my God, the craze is getting bigger and bigger, not smaller and smaller. For a minute there, I thought the craze is going to get like less crazy at a certain point with these Labubus, but no. Apparently it's not. So that's okay. I'm not going to push and shove. I'm not going to wake up at 2 a.m. to go to Pop Mart and then wait in line until 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. when they open. No, I'm not going to do that to myself. I have an ounce of dignity left in me. So, if I'm lucky and I get them on the website, yay, on the Pop Mart website. If not, I'm very happy with the Labubus that I have already. Where's the other one? I even made this one a little Chanel crown. So it lives in Chanel, the wisdom of Chanel. So I like to make them my own little outfits. Anyway, if I manage to get the version 3 set, I'll be happy. But if not, I'm also super happy. They're adorable the way they are. I don't love these any less just because these came out. You know what I mean? But here's the drama. Now rumors are spreading on the interwebs that the new version 3 Zimomo is a fake. Allegedly. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So they're saying that, oh, well, weird that Pop Mart released the version 3 regular Labubus, but not the version 3 Zimomo. Why didn't they release them at the same time? Why didn't they release them at the same time? What is wrong? Are they tricking us? Like, because some people started saying that they only bought the little ones because they love to have a set with the big one, because they only bought them because they want to have these 6, and if you're lucky, you get a 7th secret, in which case you have to buy a second set to then get the one that was missing instead of the one that was replaced by the secret one. That's how it works in these sets. And then they wanted to get the Zimomo, but now Pop Mart is not releasing the Zimomo version 3. And they're not saying if and when they will release Zimomo version 3. So now people are getting super upset that they got their version 3 little Labubus, but the Zimomo is missing. And now they think that they're going crazy online. They're screaming at Pop Mart online saying like, how dare you lie to us? You scammed us. And I think like Pop Mart is looking at this thinking like, are you people crazy? Because some people are saying they only bought the little ones because they were also waiting for the big one. But let's be honest here. I think they would have bought the little ones even if they knew that the big one wasn't coming. Like, come on, you don't say no to these cute little things, fur babies. So I'm personally not upset if the Zimomo version 3 doesn't come out, or maybe they have some production issues with it and they're just going to take some more time until they manufacture the Zimomo version 3. I don't know. Like, it's not a big deal to me, but some people are going ballistic because the Zimomo version 3 was not released yet and there was no official notification from Pop Mart when and if it's going to be released. I'm like, why are you angry? Because they'll give it a rest. Give it a rest. We already got enough stuff to pay. We already have enough money to spend. You know what I mean? We got to spend money on all these toys and everything. Like, give it a rest. Let's wait a little bit. I'm totally fine with getting this set and then like a couple of months later, getting the Zimomo version 3. I don't need to get Zimomo version 3 and the set in the same go. I'm very glad to save the money. This is just my personal way of seeing it. I am very patient. Also, I'm not the type of person who just kind of falls for a trend and then like goes ballistic on the trend. What am I saying by this? I'm saying this because I've received some comments and I've also read comments on other people's channels and social media where people say, yo, you know, you're just buying into the trend of the Labubus. Nobody cares. Like, they're not going to be a trend. Look at the Beanie Babies. Like, everybody's going to forget about them in a couple of years. But that's not how I tick. I'm not that type of person that just shits on a trend after it's gone and over. Like, it takes me a while to fall in love with something. But when I fall in love with something, it's forever. I never forget any of the toys that I love. When I love a toy, I love it forever. So one day the Labubu craze will be gone and most people will have forgotten about them. I won't. I'm still going to be sitting here with my little cutie patootie. And we're still going to be talking and interacting, and she's still going to get all mad at me and do this. So that's just the way I am. So that's why I also don't need the Zimomo version 3 right away, because I know, like, I'm going to love them even 2 or 3 years from now, 4 or 5 years from now. So the Zimomo version 3 doesn't need to come out now or never. You know what I mean? I would still appreciate him very much. So even if Zimomo version 3 came out a year after the Labubu version 3 set. So yeah. But some people might not care for Labubus in 2 or 3 years from now because there's going to be some other trend, for sure. But then again, there's a bunch of trends out there. I don't fall for every trend. I pick and choose what I really, really like. I like them because they're ugly and cute at the same time. Some people are creeped out by the teeth and they say, ooh. I like them because they connect to horror. I love horror movies, horror novels, but I also love cutesy stuff, you know, like Barbies and stuff. So for me, this is a perfect combination of terrifying and adorable at the same time. Also a big fan of Chucky. This looks like a Chucky with piranha teeth in a way. IYKYK. So let me know. Are you fine with Zimomo version 3 maybe not even coming out at all or coming out later? Or are you more of the idea like it's either now or never? And are you of the idea that Zimomo version 3 leaked images that we got, are they real or are they AI generated? Let me know down below. Subscribe and never give up on love. Bye. Amy says, it reminds you of a Shiba Inu. What do you mean? The Shiba Inu dog? They don't look like this. um... Oh, Debbie, are we going into the pronunciation again? I call it a piranha, and you call it a piranha? Hello there, just finished rewatching the last after show. Hi, Jeno. Hannah says girls only. Where, darling, where? Oh, it looks like a Frenchie dog? Oh, yeah, the ones that they have a stumpy nose. Ah, there she go. Debbie's like, piranha. Yeah, well, I like to call them piranha. Nya, nya, nya. Where the Wild Things Are. Yes. There was also a collaboration between Where the Wild Things Are and the Labubus. Yeah, Alicia Miller, that's the one that you saw in the video I just showed now. That white one has the bat wings. Okay, next Labubu video. Hit it, Bubbles. And now, for the occasion, maybe we're going to use other Labubus. I think I want to use the purple one for this video. You know, variety is the spice of life, you know. And then also the pink one. This is also cute. Okay. Oh, but then I have to find the name, right? For the... Ollie's like, oh my God. Okay. Mhm. Well, the Labubu craze has gone to lengths where parents seem to be starting to have a lot of fun using their kids as a form of entertainment. And you know what, parents? Good for you. So what happened? Well, a Labubu, not one of these visible ones. This is the Wings of Fortune that you get to see which color you get because there was only one Wings of Fortune in this size. But the closed Labubus in the blind box, like this one, comes in a blind box. The Macaroon version 1 series. There was a family that went to a hotel, like a resort, spa, something huge, with their kid. And the hotel was one of those bougie hotels where the snack bar, the mini bar, was relatively big, but also electronic. So the mini bar had weights on them. You know those terrible mini bars where the drinks are on a sensor? So if you lift, even if you just lift the bottle off of the sensor in the mini fridge, it will get charged to your room, even if you don't drink the drink. But just the fact that you took it off of the sensor, it will automatically charge it to your room. Super expensive, by the way. And so they made fun of this kid, and I have pictures to show you, because they came to the hotel and they wanted to film their little daughter freak out on a Labubu because they put a box, a Labubu box, into the mini bar and they let her see it, but they told her, you're not allowed to take the Labubu off of the mini bar because there's a sensor and they're going to charge us a ton of money if you take the Labubu off of the sensor. So she freaked out. It was sad to see how freaked out she was, but also kind of funny to see because she would run to the Labubu and then stop and then run away and then run to it, but like not touch it because she was scared of the sensor. Let me show you some pictures. Credit to TikTok, Anna Muradian. Anna Muradian. I will post a link to her TikTok. So here's the kid, adorable little kid. That's the mini bar. And the parents are telling her, oh, getting my sister? No, but there's also parents. It's like a room of 5 people are in the room, by the way. And this little kid is told that there's a, Labubu there, right there. That box is a macaron version 1 Labubu box. And they tell her, don't do it. Don't do it. You're not allowed to touch the box because if you take it off the sensor, it's going to charge a lot of money to our room. So she starts running around in circles like a little puppy, like an excited puppy that's not allowed to touch the food. She starts running from the balcony to the minibar, from the minibar to the balcony, screaming, shouting at it, putting her hands towards it, but then retracting. Do we have another picture? So there it is. The Labubu is there, and then she's like, oh, she's like trying, and then finally, She is going back and forth and everybody's like going ballistic. I mean, would you do this to your kid though? I mean, if your kid was driving you that crazy about Labubus and you finally get them a Labubu, would you also play a trick like this on your kid before giving them the Labubu? And then would you also film it and post it on social media? Or would you be like, look, I finally got you a Labubu without doing all of this trickery and sorcery? I mean, Polly S in the live chats, by the way, I film several times a week on my Super Dacob main YouTube channel. Come follow me there and partake in the live chats. Also, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Okay? Okay. So what would you do if if he okay? So you say yes, we'll go. No, but so Polly S says, cha, of course I would. Torture the kid. Lisha Miller says, that's bad. Robbie says, sad. Liz M says, never. Holly Gray says, I'd never post my child online. Gloria says, oh, as a kid, I would reverse it and not give a fig. Chunky Shoes UK says, I'd do both. Finley says, Holly, I'm with you. Never ever post the kids online. Holly Gray says, can't we live without posting crap online? Okay, but forget about posting this online. Would you play a game like this with your kid and be like, hey, like, you can't touch the Labubu, it's on a sensor. Like, would you do that? Or also that you would never do? Because this is something my dad would totally do to me. My dad would so make fun of me like this, for sure. But then, of course, he would give me the Labubu in the end. But this is my dad's sense of humor. My dad would do and I would not be angry. I would not be angry, to be honest with you. Natadita says, no, poor kid. Tad formerly Smurfette says, traumatizing the kid. Paulia says, I mean, I would do it, but not post it online. I'm very protective of my nieces and nephews. I don't have kids myself. Jeno says, I would. That would test their EQ. Finley is laughing. Bold and Kind says, it's a plastic toy. And the hilarity of it would bring joy. Exactly. That's what I think. Like, it's nothing serious. It's a Labubu. Have some fun. Plus, also, it's like a nice memory. Also, for the kid, once they finally get the Labubu, it's like, oh, there was a little game to get the Labubu. Yeah, it was a bit of torture, but come on. It's an experience of growth. I have another picture. There it is, the box waiting to be picked up. Now, here I have a question for you guys. We're talking about, there you go. India says that's hilarious. Gloria says, yeah, my dad was like that too, Dacob. I would just show no interest to get back. Okay. So you would act like, I don't need the Labubu. I don't need it. I don't need it. We're talking about whether or not this is okay for parents or brothers and sisters to do to their siblings or to their kids. But here's the twist, you guys. You best believe there's always a twist in my videos. What if this family that shot this video and played this prank on their kid/sister, what if they just inadvertently and subconsciously gave this hotel a very bad idea? Then the joke's on the parents. Imagine if hotels started doing this for real. Putting on pay sensors, Labubu boxes, and then you come in with your kid and the minibar, and the kid sees that and snatches the box immediately, and then instead of, because these Labubus, at least in America, version 1, macaron at Pop Mart around about, after taxes, $25 a box. A hotel would not charge you $25 a box. A hotel would charge you $60 a box. And I'm like thinking to myself, this lady that posted this video, I'm like, ooh, you've been given some nasty ideas to these hotels and resorts. Because if they start copying this trend and putting Labubus on payment sensors, a girl, bye. Like, So I checked with Google online, with AI Google, and I asked, like, how much does a hotel minibar usually charge, to figure out how much they would charge for a Labubu. So a hotel minibar, as per Google AI, hotel minibar prices are typically inflated compared to retail prices, often ranging from 5 to 10 times higher. Okay? So, for example, a bag of M&Ms that might cost $1 to $2 at a convenience store would be priced at $5 to $10 at a hotel minibar. So, $25 is the regular price of the Labubu. $25 times 10. $250 for a Labubu? For a Labubu? For a Labubu. And then imagine having like one of the chunkier ones. You know, this one was, how much was this one? Around 130 Pop Mart. So this will be 1,300 if it's 10 times more expensive. For a Labubu? Oh, those poor kids and those poor parents. Chunky Shoes UK says, I'd be tempted to get it myself. Oh no, Chunky, but don't touch the Labubu, because they might charge you $250. Could you imagine? And then, like, oh man, no. I mean, it's a lot. So anyway, Finley says, I was just wondering today, what it would be like if they had Pop Mart machines at airport terminals. Do they? They probably do in Asia, but they have Pop Mart machines all over the city. Like, everywhere I go, I see one. So it's becoming hilariously dangerous. Dangerous. Chunky says, but they're cute. Of course they're cute, but do you want to pay $250 for a Labubu? Cinnamon Roll says, if people are willing to pay that, then I don't see anything wrong. I mean, you have a choice. Not if you have a kid with you that opens up a mini bar, sees a toy, and just grabs it. A kid doesn't think about the repercussions of what it costs. See what I mean? Not about grown-ups picking it. It's about a kid. It's about a hotel tricking a kid into taking this and then charging the parent up to 10% more. That's the issue. But let me know your thoughts. Maybe you're fine with that. Let me know down below. Subscribe, thumb up the video, and never give up on Labubu love. Bye. Hi, Kaz. How's it going, sweetie? They would know if it hadn't been opened. Period. They would, wouldn't they? So, Kaz made it just in time to say thank you, mods, for keeping us safe today. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. That's my horror, 3H, Gloria, Kev, Nicole, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
Guess what? Kaz, you're just in time because we're going to have ourselves an after show today. Right after this, we're having an after show, people. So for all the Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, grab a snack and come on back because we're going to have ourselves a jolly old time in the Fashion Bunker after show. We'll go, we'll go. Period. Oh, the Labubu. The Labubu. I have little tiny hooklets. I have little hooklets for them. They're hanging on my little, I have a little stand here for my props for the live streams. We're very organized. You understand. You understand. Very organized in the Fashion Bunker. Little tiny hooklets like that. And yeah. So what's the next? Oh yes, live in. Oh well, the ferret just left the building, but we gotta live in ferret. Live in hippo ferret. Hit it, Bubbles.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
It was a living hippo ferret, but we'll go. Oh, the dying ferret. Yeah, we got a dying ferret too. Hit it, Bubbles.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
It's alive. It's not lion ferret. It's alive. Hmm. Hit it, Gloria. This one's for Gloria, because she loves her Regina Camiller. So how to update to tier 2? So when you press on your tier, I think you can update there, I think, right? Thank you, Patricia McDermott. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you still got a minute to become a tier 2 member or patron to join us in the after show. And Linda Nolasco sent the last tip today. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Okay. What were we obsessed with today? Oh! Today my Birkin is in its, we haven't showed the Birkin today. We have to show it in every show. Now, of course, it costs so much, it better be My co-host is in the dust bag today. Kept protected in its little slumber. The Birkin told me, don't you dare wake me up, you peasant. I need my beauty sleep this early in the morn. So shh, we are obsessed though.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh, oh.
The Birkin was slipping. Yeah. Aspirational, baby. Logan is like, show the write-off. You best believe. It's a business expense, period. True. It is. Think about it this way. Very important. We get to analyze the bag. We get to study the bag. My channel is all about that. We get to analyze the repercussions of the bag, the stability and instability of the bag, what it represents on a socio-political, socio-economical scale. What does the bag mean in our society? And you need to have the original bag to actually be able to do all of these analysis. So yes, write-off. Period. Thank you, Logan. Facts. Facts. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Silent co-host that speaks volumes. You best believe, Oli. And empanada and Baby Yoda just looks at the Birkin, and then Baby Yoda looks at me. Very, very judgmental, might I add. Very judgmental. And then Baby Yoda just looks at me again, and then looks at the Birkin and says, cha.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
There you have it. That was our show. That was our show today. I hope you had fun. Everybody who is tier 2, either a tier 2 YouTube member of my channel or a tier 2 patron of my channel, I shall see y'all in the after show. So, as Wendy Williams would say, grab a snack, come on back. Let's talk some more in the after show. Love you loads. For the rest of y'all, see you in the next live stream. Never forget to never give up on love. Have a wonderful rest of your week. See you on the weekend, hopefully. Bye.